Okay, that was annoying. Can Is anyone here? Okay, can someone hear me? Okay, so for some reason my computer didn't want to work. I had to go to my phone to do this, which was super annoying. And then the stream actually got taken down for copyright material, apparently. So that is very annoying. I don't know why my computer's not working with the audio, though. Okay, so what's up, everyone? I am the Kaiji no Kami, and this is my first attempt at a live stream Q&A. Let's see how this goes. So I'm guess it's not loading my comments on here, so I'm just gonna have to really pay attention to the comments on the phone. Actually, no, I can just give me one moment because I'm going to put my other account on my computer so I can at least look at the comments that way. Okay. Yeah, Shay, it's actually kind of funny. I ended up getting a copyright claim on that live stream for something, and they disabled everything on me. So I actually am streaming now from my phone since I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't stream with my Yeti mic and everything for the audio. Whatever, and apparently there's a delay. I'm watching myself there and there. So again, what's up, everyone? Let's just start looking at the questions. What copyright things and stuff? I have no idea. It just said that. Here, I'll show it again if you didn't see it before. This was the old one. This stream has stopped because we detected copyrighted audio or video, or because. That's all it says. All it really says. So, yeah. Interesting, but whatever. Alright, let's see. I thought I saw someone have a question here. What's your opinion on the world of Toku? Are you talking about the Toei service? If so, I think it's a great idea. I think from what I've heard, though, Toei's only subbing the first 2 episodes to each series, and they're going to let the views for the series determine if they're going to sub more, or unless somebody wants to submit their own English translations, which means maybe fan subbers will just say, here you go, Toei, we've already translated the whole show for you, just use it. On the other hand, also, funny enough, speaking of copyright stuff, their channel got taken down the other day for a few hours by a copyright strike from YouTube's own Toei bots. So that was pretty funny. And I guess there's still a bunch of series that have not been, are blocked from even being seen in the US. So my opinion on it right now, it's a cool idea, but I don't think it's working as they really, really want it to. All right. This is just giving me Omega vibes. Yes, I'm a little bit behind on everything on the comments here. Hello, hey, it's working. 777. Any plans on doing any anime reviews, particularly Gundam or Evangelion? I actually had originally thought about reviewing Turn A last year for its anniversary. Obviously, that didn't happen because Ultraman got licensed and kind of screwed all my plans up. And then the Gundam, I may review it. I don't want to say yes specifically. I might. I love Gundam, so we'll see what happens. Evangelion, Silver Quill has been tempted to do a Patreon request for me to review Evangelion. So if he ever actually does it, then I'll have to review it. I'm up to episode 12 in Die Ranger. It's great so far. Awesome. I actually just started watching Die Ranger myself. I just watched the first disc today. I also started watching Alba Ranger to review yesterday, so I got through the first 5 episodes of that. YouTube being YouTube again, definitely. What is your least favorite Doctor Who serial from the modern and old era? My least favorite Doctor Who serial from the old stuff is anything Colin Baker. But I'm going to say it's probably the Horns of Niman. I hate the Horns of Niman. Tom Baker is my favorite Doctor, and his first 3 seasons with Hinchcliffe were amazing. Same with some of the episodes from his 4th season, like not the fog, I can't even see it from over here, but the one with the lighthouse. That was really good, and then season 6 for Tom Baker happened. I felt everything just went. For modern Doctor Who, the season finale to the last season were probably the worst Doctor Who story ever. I don't like it. There's a lot of things wrong with it, not just because of the retcons, but there were some other ideas that could have gone on that. So somebody's mentioning was talking about, which was a good idea. Instead of having instead of having it that the Doctor was the timeless child, have it that the reason the Doctor ran from Gallifrey was because he was the one who actually discovered the regeneration on the timeless child. He was the one that experimented, and then that was why he ran away from Gallifrey. And then they have to do, when the Doctor remembers all this now, she has to decide, is it right to use a regeneration, or should I just go with just ceasing to exist in the next regeneration cycle? Because is it right to use it? Whereas the Master would be like, no, I don't care. It's a regeneration cycle. So those would be that's my least favorite serial from both eras of Doctor Who. Hey Kaiju, hi Badre Bali, Derpy Pikachu. Why is this man getting harassed by YouTube? Because YouTube hates me. Presented by Potato Vision, Juan Gomez. Kimba, all figures behind you are copyright infringement. Yeah, probably. The figures behind here, and the ones over there, and up there, and all the video games, and all the movies, and all the books. Alright. That's BS, I agree. They've got their way, YouTube Ninja. You didn't stream 3 minutes and YouTubers were like, copyright! Have you checked out the new Toku YouTube channel? Hey, just jumped on me. Here we go. We just talked about the Toei one. I'm curious about it, but I'm skeptical of how Toei's going around with it. And they're also facing their own copyright claims. Nickrom 002. What anime shows have you seen so far? A lot. I have a whole shelf of anime. Do you mean new ones or like all anime in general? Because I've seen over 100 anime series and then a ton of movies, OVAs. I've seen every Gundam series. I've seen Evangelion, Noir, Boogie Pop Phantom, Boogie Pop and others. Rastavan, Bubblegum Crisis 2040, Silent Mobius, Speed Griffer, Trinity Blood, Trigon, Sorcerer Hunters, Slayers, Tenchi Muyo, Duel, Parallel Worlds, Ronin Warriors for Samurai War Troopers. I haven't seen Samurai Troopers versions itself. Let's see, what else have I? What other? Le Portrait de Petit Cosette, Vampire D, Vampire D Bloodlust, Biohunter, MD Geist 1 and 2, Ninja Resurrection, Ninja Scroll, Revolutionary Girl Utena, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Danganronpa, Macross, Mospeeda, Southern Cross, Robotech, Outlaw Star, Panty and Stocking, Psychopaths, Tiger and Bunny, Escaflowne, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell Arise, Ghost in the Shell Innocence. Let's see. All of the Miyazaki movies. Fullmetal Alchemist, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Dairuger 15, Go Lion, and so forth. I'm just going to stop rambling now because everyone else is probably getting bored. When will your Dynaman review come out, and what's next in terms of Sentai or Rider reviews? My Dynaman review is probably going to be at least a week out, if not a bit longer. I finished the hero section today, so tomorrow I'm going to start working on the villains. I've been basically editing a one page of my script each day. So today I finished page 2, well, a little bit on page 3 because I just wanted to finish the heroes. Let's see. So my hope is to have it out by the end of next week, if not the week after at the latest. What's next in terms of Sentai or Rider? Right now I'm leaving Rider up in the air because of Shout Factory's license. I want to know what they have before I tackle anything. I might do Kamen Rider Stronger since my plan for Kamen Rider, the original Kamen Rider series has been changed. But I did start watching Aba Ranger yesterday. I got to the first 5 episodes. This is 5 episodes. Which Toku franchise does the better movies in your opinion? Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai? Right now, I'm going to have to say Ultraman. X was an incredible movie. Super Sentai is hit or miss with their movies. Kamen Rider is usually miss more than hits. I don't really think I've liked a Kamen Rider movie. Well, for team-up movies, the last Kamen Rider movie I truly enjoyed was the Forze O's movie that had Foundation X in it. But Ultraman, I thought the Ginga movie, the X movie, the Orb movie, and Jeed movies were all quite good. The X movie is probably the best of all the recent Toku movies, too. Let's see. Juan Gomez, fan feedback. Can you explain more of what you mean on that? And then I'll come back to that one when I see it down below again. Kimba, some series gonna get more episodes anyway, like Combat V and National Kid. Thundermask, some series gonna get more episodes. Can you also put what you mean by that? Least favorite Doctor Who serial. Thundermask, I don't know if you heard me already talk about it, but the recent season finale from Whittaker and the Horns and Naman. And everything Colin Baker. Well, everything Whittaker and then Colin Baker would be after Whittaker, because Colin Baker doesn't seem as bad anymore. Have you seen The Princess Bride? Do you like Sherlock Holmes? Yes, I've seen The Princess Bride. We have the Criterion Blu-ray. Do you like Sherlock Holmes? It depends. I love the show Sherlock. I love the Robert Downey Jr. movies. Well, the first one. The second one I felt like was 2 movies in one. I like the concept, but I've never actually read the original books. Favorite Kamen Rider series and why? Blade, amazing cinematography, fight choreography, lighting, music is incredible. I love the characters. I love the designs. The undead are really cool. I love that the series goes in directions you didn't expect, especially the second half of the series. Necrom. What series do you hate, Decade or Geo? Well, I only made it through 4 episodes of Geo before I quit, where I've watched Decade twice. So I'm going to say I hate Geo more. Psycho 002711. What's your favorite Ultraman show? Ultra 7. Have you considered reviewing the Toku Spider-Man show that aired in between Jacka and Battle Fever J? Yes. I just want to wait to see how I'm going to have access to it. Because supposedly it is licensed in the US, but because of some disputes, they can't release it right now on video. So I'm holding off before I jump into it. Basically, if you start seeing me review the live-action Spider-Man movies, then maybe prepare yourself that eventually I'm going to cover the Toei Spider-Man. Darth Madara. Have you ever considered reviewing the Toku Spider-Man? Oh, wait, I just read that one. Watch it. Juan Gomez, can you review Follow the Bird? Is that new anime movie? Haven't seen it. If it is, I know I saw someone talking about it. I just don't remember exactly what it was. All right, Jake Schuster. How many henshin devices do you have? Whoop! You're gonna get a little wobbly, like woo la. Hopefully, you can see them all. Hopefully, that didn't make you too sick. All right. Are you familiar with Tsuburaya's series Dinosaur War Eisenborg? Yes. In fact, Shinobi had just released for April Fools a review on that using my style of review, so you should definitely check it out. I shared it on Twitter. It is hilarious. He even uses some of my music and stuff in his review of it. Definitely give it a try. Give it a watch. Or yeah, it was the second series I believe he reviewed in my style. Shay Smithers, the most underrated, overlooked kaiju movie in your opinion? Ooh. That's, the most underrated, overlooked kaiju movie in your opinion? Matango. Matango is just awesome and not enough people know about it. Oh god, I hate Abba Ranger, but that's just a personal opinion. I loved Abba Ranger years ago. This is the first time I'm actually watching the show in about a decade, and I will say that I forgot how much CGI there was in this show, and the CGI has not aged very well. So, I'm hoping it's still as good as I remember. Jackson Volcano. Thoughts on Gokaiger? I love Gokaiger. It's a fun series. I love the Ranger cast. I hate the villains, except for Bosco. But the main villains are worthless. My favorite episode is the Car Ranger episode. Paul Christman. Should David Cronenberg go ahead with the H-Man remake that he's hinted at now and then? Why not? There's certainly a hell of a lot worse remakes out there. I'm not really a big David Cronenberg fan, but I know people love him. So you know what? Sure, he should try a remake of it, see if it works. Like I said, he can't make anything as bad as Psycho, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. All right, let's see. Midokage Snivy. What's your... Is that a Sonic reference? Okay, anyway. What is your least favorite Sentai season? Q Ranger. Or Go-Onger. Or Ryusoger. One of those three. Tom Baker is everyone's favorite doctor. Horror on Fang Rock. Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. Tom Baker seems to be, and I can understand why. At the end of 2018, I started watching Tom Baker on for Doctor Who, and I could see why he became everyone's favorite instantly, because those first 3 seasons from Philip Hinchcliffe were near masterpieces. The Talons of Wang Chang is my favorite Doctor Who story overall. Then you have Genesis of Daleks. You've got Brain of Morbius, Pyramids of Mars, Terror of the Zygons, The Deadly Assassin, Horror of Fang Rock. So great. I love how horror-based they are. I do think that once Hinchcliffe left, Baker's run actually felt like an entirely different Doctor to me. So, especially during seasons 4, the late season 4, 5, and 6, when Graham Harper took over. When Nathan Turner took over, I felt it got kind of back to its roots, especially with State of Decay, with the vampire story. For other Doctor stories I loved that felt like Hinchcliffe episodes to me, there was Caves of Androzani for Davison, and then The Curse of Fenric, The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, and The Happiness Patrol for McCoy. Favorite Troughton cereal? Oops. Whoa, where'd it go? Favorite Troughton cereal? The War Games. The War Games is just incredible. It's the only 10-parter I felt that really worked being that long. My second favorite would be Tomb of the Cybermen. I love the entire mummy-like feel to Tomb of the Cybermen. Favorite and least favorite Kamen Rider openings. My favorite opening is Kiva's Break the Chain. My least favorite opening... My least favorite Kamen Rider opening would probably be Ghosts. Mostly because I don't remember Ghosts opening at all. Usually if I can remember the opening, it means I liked it. Or didn't think it was bad. Will you review other Toho films like Three Treasures, The Last War of Gorath? If they get released, yes. I'm at the point where Toho has been making it so not fun to review their movies that when I finally get to tackle Latitude Zero, I am done with their movies unless they release more of the movies officially on Blu-ray or DVD in America. I've just had enough with their copyright claims. Message retracted from Christian Yeager, the CP Ranger. I'm ashamed. Maybe it was something I already covered. Psycho. Have you ever seen any Power Ranger series since you watched Wild Force after your Gal Ranger review? No, actually, I have not gotten the chance to watch anything. I still have to watch RPM, Ninja Storm, which I have seen Ninja Storm when it first aired, so it's not like I haven't seen that one before, and then Ninja Steel. I've been just too busy trying to get through all these Sentai reviews. I haven't really watched any, and Ultraman, that I haven't had the chance to actually sit down and watch some Power Ranger series. I know I'm not missing much with Ninja Steel, but I still want to watch it because I have watched Ninja recently. Although I guess I did technically kind of watch the first 2 episodes to Beast Morphers, but I just haven't had time to continue. Kaiju, what opinions on Kira Major from Jacking the Black Thing? I have enjoyed what I've seen so far. I'm not ready to go, oh my god, this is the greatest series ever! But I have enjoyed what I've watched so far. I haven't watched episodes 4 and 5 yet, though. I've heard something good happens in episode 4, so we'll see. Favorite Ultraman series from both old school and modern? Ultra 7, hands down the best Ultra series all around. And then I like Orb the best for modern. I also do like Nexus. But I really hope the subtitles are fixed when Mill Creek releases Nexus on Blu-ray, because the subtitles were pretty bad on some of the the subtitles were pretty bad on the Crunchyroll versions, and there were even like question marks for one episode title. That was the translation. It was just question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So I hope Mill Creek fixes it, even though it seems like so far they're using the exact same subs that were on Crunchyroll, which I guess all these subs are actually provided to them by Subaraya. So let's see. What do we got next? Favorite Ultraman series? Psycho again. What Power Ranger shows are better than their Sentai counterparts? SPD. I really, really loved SPD. That's the only one I would say is better right now in my book, because even though I liked Lightspeed Rescue a lot, I still think Go-Go 5 is better. I didn't enjoy Time Force as much as as much as I had hoped I would. There were things I loved about it. Alright, let's see. Thundermask, since the modern Doctor Who series are so bad, why not the BBC return to wiping the tapes? No. Even if they're bad, that's not cool. Any plans on reviewing Metal Heroes? From Netcrom 002. At some point, I was again planning to review G-Bon last year, but Mill Creek's announcement of Ultraman threw all that out the window, as did Discotech releasing Just Beyond, because now I'm kind of wanting to see if Discotech is going to announce more Metal Heroes. Yo Ranger, hello, hello. Just the new ones for anime. Alright, so the only new animes I've really watched have been Boogie Pop and Others, I watched the first two episodes to the cautious hero. That seemed pretty good from what I've seen. And I recently watched Fate Zero, which was pretty awesome. I am excited because Tiger and Bunny just got announced to have a season 2 coming out in 2 years. Yes. Name your top 10 favorite English voice actors. Oh, wait. You were my substitute, Don. Cool. I wish I was still subbing right now so I could get paid, but I'm out of work for the moment, for the rest of the school year. Juan Gomez, name your top 10 favorite English voice actors. Okay, Patrick. Well, I'm friends with some of them, so is it really fair to count them? Oh, well, yeah. Patrick Seitz, Crispin Freeman, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, Steve Bloom, let's see. Oh my God, why can I not? Stephanie Shea, um, Erica Mendez, Amanda Miller, Scott McNeil, who was awesome to meet and hang out with. That guy is hilarious and so awesome. Oh, oh my God, I can't think of his name now. Megatron and Beast Wars, Optimus Prime and Transformers Animated. Why can't I not think of his name now? Oh yes, what? David K. And Richard Epcar. I think those are my top 10 favorites. Then I'll probably think later, like, oh, but I like that guy. Oh, and that one. So, but yeah, those would be my top 10. Sailor Moon. What about Sailor Moon? My favorite season for Sailor Moon? S. Do you prefer Acclaim or Strike? Well, Claim, because at least a Strike isn't going to... Acclaim's not going to destroy my channel fully. Acclaim will just make a video block and have the joys of having to re-edit or fight. What are your thoughts on Yokai Watch? From Yo Ranger. I've liked what I've seen. I think it was kind of hilarious. I have the first game for the DS. I just never had the chance to play it. I don't know why they never brought like 3, 4, and whatever to the US. That was kind of disappointing, but whatever. Don McCollin. Hello, Kaiju. Hello, Don. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Oh, sorry, wrong Don. Another Don. Bro, this man was my substitute last year in 6th grade. Best sub. Thank you. Have you seen Cutie Honey? I've seen a bit of the live action, but none of the anime series. And I mean the live action series, not the live action movie. Christian Yeager, the CP Ranger. Hey guys, would you rather watch Time Ranger or Power Rangers Hyperforce? I just began Gundam 00. I have not even checked out Hyperforce. I know very, very little about it. So Time Ranger. Gundam 000, great series. Is what Gundam Wing should have been. Tokura Godzilla. Hi! Wow, I think I saw that like 10 minutes ago come up. Tokura Godzilla. Alright, but hi, Tokura Godzilla. Do you know about the Ultraman lawsuit? Yes, Juan, I do. That's why it took years to actually get official Ultraman releases in the US, and why Shout Factory had to go with such crappy masters, and Mill Creek or BCI had to go with crappy masters for 7, Q, and the original show. So glad that thing's over with. She Smithers. Are you a fan of any of these following video game series? Parasite Eve, I love the first one, hated the second one, hated the fact that I traded in Final Fantasy VIII for the second one because I hated the second one. Never bothered with the third one. Dino Crisis, only played the first one, I did enjoy it. I would love to see Capcom revisit that in the new engine that they use for the Resident Evil remakes. Never got into Max Payne, I just didn't like the way the camera was done in that one. Never played Chrono Trigger or Cross. don't know Chrono Stalker. Or actually, I think it's the game Stalker first person shooter, right? Have not played that. Don McCullen, Matt W. Tom Baker's overrated. John Pertwee would be my classic doctor. Would be my Doctor Classic series alone. I just finished Pertwee's era. It was really good. I especially loved season 4. Season 4 was just a masterpiece for his. I felt with season 4, every Pertwee story got better as it went along. My favorite Pertwee story overall is probably Day of the Daleks, with the Green Death and the demons in second and third place. I really liked Inferno. Let's see. Overall, my favorite doctors would be Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Peter Davison, Sylvester McCoy, and David Tennant. Yeah, I like all of them too. My ranking would probably go Tom Baker at number 1, David Tennant number 2, number 3 would be Troughton, number 4 would be Troughton is 3. Number 4 would be probably Capaldi. Number 5 would probably be Pertwee. Number 6 would be McCoy. 7 would be Matt Smith. 8 would be... I'm missing someone. Oh no, Davison, then Matt Smith. Now I can't think of them all. I'm missing someone. William Hartnell, I've only watched 4 of his stories, so I would not rank him yet in my doctors. Whitaker would be at the barrel of the bottom, just like Colin Baker. Just Fenzen. Do you live in the U.S.? Yes. The great state that has no sense in weather called Colorado. You want to see if you can have all 4 seasons in one day? Come to Colorado. We're like a giant golf course that has building-like obstacles in the way, and again, weather that makes no sense. You could have a blizzard at midnight, and then you could have a blizzard at midnight. By 8 a.m., it could be about 50, 60 degrees out. By 3 o'clock, it could be 90 out. And then by 10 o'clock, it could be back to being about 40. Colin Baker. I'm assuming that was on your list for after. Badra Bali. Now that Discotheque released Mazinger Z and Great Mazinger, I hope they license Grandizer to complete the Mazinger trilogy since it's my favorite of the 3. It's super popular among us Arab fans. Cool. I actually have not seen really much of anything from Mazinger Z. I have this giant-ass movie theater poster autographed by the director of Yumagawa. He also did G Gundam, and I have no place to hang it up at. And it's funny because I got it, and I have never really watched too much Mazinger, but I still enjoy having it. Have you seen Smog Joki's debut and opinions on him? I don't know who that is. Mr. Almond 8, message retracted. Bummer. Christian Yeager again. What is your opinion on Power Rangers Hyperforce? Good or bad? I don't have an opinion on it because I don't know much about it. It sounds like it's cool from the little bits I do know. All right. My favorite Doctor Who serial is The Tomb of the Cybermen. Awesome. Such a great one. Spider-Man. Fantastic. Incredible. I'm assuming those are responses from my answers. Derpy Pikachu. What is the most expensive toy you have? Probably made you poor, but who cares? Well, Biolante used to be the most expensive, but I would say it is the SOC versions. Hopefully you can see them. Of that. Because Daijujin I got on sale for like half price. Dragon Caesar I paid full price for, and King Brachion I paid full price for, but I had sold my Legacy Titanus to help pay for King Brachion, so it didn't, and I sold that Titanus for like $200, so it's not like I lost too much money on it. All right. Jared Osborne. Say Kaiju no Kami, me and my friends are working on a MonsterVerse Son of Godzilla movie on Idea Wikia. What advice can you give me? Oh, what advice to give you? Make it have it include well-written characters so the audience actually cares about what's going on. To your characters, keep it somewhat realistic since it's part of the MonsterVerse. MonsterVerse should be realistic. Um, don't make your main characters freaking morons. Don't have them creeps like, oh, I record everything, man. Woo. Or, I want to have kids someday. Or, this is, I think, the video where the genitals are wiped out. If not, just cover your eyes. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Have them be competent. Have scientists not resemble Prometheus. Because I think even the Prometheus scientists would be like, damn, for the MonsterVerse, for the Monarch guys. What does your name mean? Kaiju no Kami basically translates into God of Monsters. Matt Wheaton, thoughts on Kamen Rider Amazons? I liked the first season. I hated the second season. I hated the movie. The second... I don't know what they were thinking with the second season. It's like they said, hey, you know all those characters you liked from the first season? Well, they're not going to be in this season because you like them. We're going to bring in these new characters. We're going to have this necrophilia plot going on and stuff. Are you enjoying Kira Major? So far, I am. Come on, Kaiju. Super Sentai stayed in the 70s. It's not just the 80s, but the 90s. Wait, come on. Super Sentai stayed in the 70s, in not just the 80s, but the 90s. I disagree, because the 90s is when they really start to develop the characters, the Rangers, as actual characters, and the villains also got even more in depth at times than they were in the 80s. When are you doing Superman Supers S? Supers or Super S, whatever. Yeah, Sailor Moon got kind of knocked to the back burner. Krolika and I are finishing up the Sylvester McCoy Season 3 Blu-ray set that came out last month. So when we finish that, we just have to watch Survival and then the bonus features disc. So when we finish that, we're going to start watching Supers or Super S. I can't keep track of what it's called anymore. Jared Osborne, message retracted. Where did we go? I lost. There we go. Do you like Twilight Zone Bewitching Pool? Not really. I thought it was an okay episode. The problem with the Twilight Zone, I keep looking at my computer screen, forgetting I actually should be looking down there at you guys, even though I'm looking at comments. But the Bewitching Pool, I felt, suffered a lot of issues. Like, there seemed to be a lot of audio issues going on. The one girl in the episode sounded way too old than she should have been. I liked the concept behind it. I just didn't like the execution. I didn't think it was one of, because if I recall, that was the last episode of the series, right? I didn't think it was worthy of being the final episode, if I recall correctly, but it could have been worse. Season 5 was kind of hit or miss. Not as bad as Season 4. Season 4 was pretty much all misses because of its length. Season 5 didn't have as many hits for me as the first 3 seasons did. In fact, the first 3 seasons were nearly perfect. Kimbo, Williams era of Baker. Oh, Graham Williams, yeah. At least can get points for tackling more styles of stories instead of being primarily horror-based. True, but I really, really loved the horror style that was in the Hinchcliffe era. I just feel like it was something completely different. Everything, like Brain of Morbius, felt like a Frankenstein story. The Deadly Assassin felt like, to me, the Manchurian Candidate meets the Metal Gear Solid 3 sniper battle with the end, because when they're in that scene in the forest in the Matrix, that just made me think of Metal Gear 3. Terror of the Zygons felt like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Pyramid of Mars, again, that felt like another Mummy movie. Talons of Wing Chun was just so atmospheric and so well done. I know some people hate it because of it's racist, but you got to look at it at the time period. Get over it. But like for Williams era, I did like City of Death. That one was pretty good. Your brief thoughts on Maji Ranger? I love the villains, especially the ones that resemble H.P. Lovecraft characters like Dagon and Enma. But I'm not big on the Ranger cast. I don't really care for. I feel like Green just he's trying too hard to act as being the older brother. Kai is just annoying. But I love the villains. I love the music. I love the dynamic. Naya Mare was pretty cool. I don't know. I didn't like it the last few times I watched it, but we'll see how it goes when I rewatch it for my review at some point. Justin Fenzon. Yes, I remember you. You just asked me about the Bewitching Pool. Or are you talking about for Discord? Ziran the Gamer. Hello. Hello. Dawn. For some reason, for someone who enjoyed iZombie, you should have got to RPM. Rose McIver, RPM, Yellow Ranger, to being zombie working in the morgue. Yes, I know. The problem is for RPM, Krolika and I are going to watch that one together. So we're waiting till we have time to actually just sit down and enjoy it. But since we've been watching so much Doctor Who over the last year, we haven't had the chance to. But and then we were doing also Sailor Moon S and stuff. So we will get to RPM this summer. I promise you. Which Sentai shows do you wish did and didn't have movies team up or otherwise? Well, I wish the Die Ranger had an anniversary movie before, you know. But I actually don't want any. I wish none of them had team up movies and stuff, honestly. I just find them, well, I guess it's cool having them, but I don't think they're anything special because they seem like they're there just because I don't know. I get it. I I don't know. I would have wanted an anniversary Die Ranger movie though, and an anniversary Kaku Ranger movie, but whatever. Although Jude Ranger might have been cool had a theatrical movie, but mm, Gokaiger worked with the movies because Gokaiger was meant to be an anniversary. So that for me, it worked having movies, and that one definitely deserved it. But I feel like a lot of the recent ones, they just get out of control with the movies. Like, okay, one theatrical movie, fine. One versus movie, at this point is traditional, sure. But then they have these like all these follow-up movies and these net movies, and it gets out of control. One movie, one team-up movie. There. When are you going to finish the Sentai reviews or do the recent Sentai series? From Ziran the Gamer. Well, I can't give you a date because Sentai is ongoing, so I'm never going to technically end Sentai until Sentai ends. My goal is to have reviewed up through Lupin Ranger by the 50th anniversary in 2025. Now, given that I'm working on my 5th Sentai review of the year, obviously I'm probably going to get through there much quicker, but I'm not going. But right now, my goal is through Lupin Ranger 2025. That's all I'm putting right now because who knows what's going to happen in the next few years. At the rate I'm going, I expect I'll be tackling Gokaiger next year. Because right now it's, well, actually Gokaiger will probably depend on Turbo Ranger subs. Because right now I just started Aba Ranger yesterday, so I'm expecting I'll get through Aba Ranger early summer. Then I have to look around for Deca Ranger subs because I don't know if anyone ever completed Deca Ranger in non-TV RIP quality. I know over time only got up to like episode 31 and then they stopped. So I'll have to look around for that one. Bokinger I have and Maji Ranger I already have so that when I review them. I was even thinking of maybe just tackling Tokuger later this year, since it's at this moment in time, Tokuger is the only Sentai series now I have not watched from start to finish. Every other Sentai series I've seen from start to finish, whether it was subbed or raw. And it was cool finishing the Showa era now for Dynaman. Alright, let's see here. What do you think of Bulkinger? It was okay. I didn't particularly I liked it better before the Six Ranger came in, and then I felt the Six Ranger just took away from the chemistry of the original five. All right, Bali again. Dr. Rank, McCoy, Baker, Tom Baker, Troughton, Pertwee, Hartnell, Smith, Cabaldi, McGann. Oh, McGann's who I missed. McGann I'd put above Baker, Colin Baker, and Whitaker, just because McGann only had that one movie, and I didn't think that movie was great. Colin Baker, mostly thanks to Big Finish Comics, fair enough. Tennant, Eccleston. How did I forget Eccleston? Ah! Ugh. Yes, Eccleston. Eccleston I like. I liked Eccleston. He only had one season, though. Hurt. I don't really count him in my rankings because he was only for that one movie, that one little short special. He didn't really have his own thing. With Davison, Whitaker. Okay. Matt Wheaton. My favorite Ultraman series are Nexus, Geed, 7, X, and Orb. I like them all. My least favorite in there would be Geed. X, I liked X when I first watched it on Crunchyroll, but I didn't love it. I'm hoping things will be different when I watch it whenever Mill Creek ships me the Blu-ray set. Derpy Pikachu. Would you prefer to be an Ultraman or be an Ultraman show or Super Sentai? I gotta go with Super Sentai still. Well, maybe Ultraman, because Ultraman's been better written these last several years. I'll go with Ultraman. But I do love Super Sentai more. Ultraman. Do you like Japan? Seems to be cool from what I've seen. I would love to travel there one day. I just don't have money to travel there. What did you think? What do you think? Benny Work, what do you think of the Netflix Ultraman anime? I like the idea. I like the concept. I did not like the animation. I just do not feel like the Japanese can pull off CGI anime. It looks jaggy. It looks like the frame rates are having big drops as if you're playing a video game that starts moving in slow motion. I don't feel like they can pull it off well. I got used to it with Ultraman, but should I really just have to get used to it? Shouldn't I like it because I like it? And that's my problem with the new Ghost in the Shell anime coming out. It looks like a PlayStation 3 game to me, and I don't like that. The only thing I think that I've seen so far clips of that has worked on CGI for anime is the new Lupin the Third CGI movie. Let's see. Where am I? Rise of the Shield Hero is confirmed for another 2 seasons. Cool. I haven't seen that one. I've heard good things on it. My biggest thing with Rise of the Shield Hero is not Rise of the Shield Hero, but in anime, I'm more motivated to watch most anime when I actually physically own it on Blu-ray. When I own it, I feel motivated. Like Fate Zero, I kept saying for years, I want to watch it, I want to watch it. Yeah, it's on Netflix, I know, but Advent Nebula bought the Blu-ray set. He let us borrow it because we were doing taking a clip for a panel we were supposed to do a Color Anime Fest, which clearly, obviously didn't happen. And then I was like, you know what? Since I have this physical copy of Fate Zero, let's watch it. And we watched the whole show in 1 week. Let's see. So, Boogie Pop and Others is really the only anime in recent years that I watched as it aired, and that's because I love the Boogie Pop franchise. I feel it's a very underrated franchise. Not many people know about it, which is a shame. I just noticed my screen is coming up opposite. My X-Men figures are on that side on this computer screen, and on that side on my phone. Makes sense. Anyway, let's see. Before I continue, I hope you guys are enjoying this Q&A. I'm going to just keep going until until you guys are tired of listening to me or I get really hungry and we need to go make my dinner. I do have some questions I'm going to answer in a bit that someone had messaged me on Facebook because it's 3 a.m. in Russia right now, so he wasn't going to be up for this. But let's tackle some more of these in the comments section. All right. Have you seen Star Wars The Clone Wars 2008 show? It's on Disney Plus, even though you don't have Plus on Disney. Yes, I only watched the first season and I found it boring. I want to watch a show about the Clone Wars and the clones themselves, not a show about the Jedi that featured the clones as secondary, third-rate characters. I wanted a show all on Clone Wars. So I only watched the first season. I heard it got better after that. I was at one point I did want to pick up the Blu-ray box set that was fully complete, but I never did. And since there was like a sixth season after that, or a lost season, and there's another season, I'm just gonna wait until the whole thing is fully. That when they officially say it's fully done, here's a complete Blu-ray box set, then I'll check it out. What Shotaro Shinomori show do you want to see the most? Cyborg 009. I have the Blu-ray set. I got it for Christmas. I have not gotten the chance to watch it. Do you know what Critical Role is? If so, have you seen it? Yes. Well, I haven't watched Critical Role itself, but I know what it is. I've met Matt Mercer, and I've met a bunch of the other actors from Critical Role, such as Jeremy Lee and a couple other people. I can't remember. Taliesin Jaffe. He's part of Critical Role, if I recall. I've met them before. They're great people. I think they're doing a great job, but I have not watched it myself. It's just not something that interests me. I miss Godfather's Pizza. Never had it. But I'll tell you, the pizza here in Colorado is not anywhere near the pizza in New York, where I'm originally from, especially Buffalo Pizza. We did have a Buffalo pizzeria place here in Colorado for when we moved here. It was really good. The owner was from Buffalo. And then in 2012, they got shut down for tax evasion, which is a very New Yorker thing to have happen. But it kind of sucked. Don't get me wrong, there are some good pizza places around here in Colorado, but nothing compares to Buffalo Pizza. And all the pizza, it seems like all the pizza places we find around here are being closed. Like there was this place called Mellow Mushroom that was great. They had this really good mushroom pizza with sun-dried tomatoes and all this stuff. They closed. Then there was another place called Grimaldi's. They closed. We found another pizza place. They closed. So yeah. And then there's one place called The Rock had this really good pizza that sounds like it wouldn't work normally, but it was good. And then it turned out to just be a seasonal thing, which sucked. All right. Do you only watch series which have U.S. releases? No. No, I do not only watch series that have U.S. releases because half the Sentai shows have not had U.S. releases, and until now, no Kamen Rider series was really brought to America. It's just, if I can, I would love to support the official releases. I own a lot of Region 2 DVDs that I had bought years ago to support those releases of my favorite shows. But it would be impossible to only watch it if they were licensed in America, which kind of sucks. I would love to support them officially. All right. Irene Mojica. I'm almost done watching Time Ranger. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying it. David, Crystal Edge Bloodborne. Oh, yeah. Have you played Pokemon? No. I've never actually been a Pokemon fan. I've never had any desire to play any game, get into it. I love some of the designs, though. Okay, I just saw a comment that came up on my phone there that I'll get to when I scroll on the computer here, but it was pretty funny. Okay, let's see. Derpy Pikachu again. Have you played Ultraman Fighting Evolution 3 on the PS2? I have not. Jake Schuster, John Hurt War Doctor. Yeah, like I said, it's hard for me to grade him when he was only in that one little story. Even till will Toei sub more shows on their channel. I've waited for 4 days to know, and I must know, or 4 days, and I must know. From my understanding, Toei said they're only subbing the first two episodes to each show, and then they'll continue to sub the um what you call it. Um, they're only going to continue subbing, I guess, the most popular watched series on the thing, unless people want to submit their own subtitles. It's kind of hard for me to I don't fully understand what they mean, but that's what it sounds like. But from my understanding, they're going to upload at least one episode a week. So in about 48 more weeks, they'll be done with some of those shows. Where do you go to? Where do you get Sentai from? Where do you get Sentai from that's not Shout Factory? Various fan subbers. Nya is a good place to look to see for a bunch of fan sub groups. You can just type in the Sentai series and it'll come up with a whole list of subtitled stuff. Because like some are by Overtime, some are by Metallic fan subs, some are Wandering Moonbeams is doing Turbo, Hinotori subs. Who else is there? There's so many fan subgroups. There was Grown Ups in Spandex who did Bioman, the first several episodes of Changeman, Mask Man. There was Rampage subs who did Go Ranger, Bernadette subs who did Bernadette was Denjimon and Battle Fever J. Metallic has done Flashman and he's done Flashman, Dynaman, some other stuff, a bunch of Metal Hero shows. Half of the Metal Hero shows are from Metallic. There's a lot of fan subgroups, a lot, and they're doing a great job. I love it. I love that there's options out there. I love it when like Metallic, that guy is a beast when it comes to releasing shows. Like he did Dynaman, Flashman, Golgo 5, and Space Sheriff Sherivan in the last like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, something like that. But that dude has been having like a series out every month and a half. That guy is amazing. Let's see. How did you which Super Sentai? I'm assuming you mean how do you watch Super Sentai, fan subs, and official releases. Kimba, Colin Baker is amazing on Big Finish Audios. Heard over 50 stories with him and not a single subpar performance. Scripts are mostly top notch as well. That's great to hear. Audio dramas just aren't really my thing. So I don't have to. I've heard they're amazing. I just don't have the motivation to check them out because they're just not my thing. Corellica and I last year listened to the audiobook of it, and it was cool, but there were times when I'm like, I would rather be doing something else than listening to this. I want to go play a video game or I want to go watch something that we have in backlog. Why are we just listening to this? So, I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll check them out. Like I said, though, they're just not my thing right now. Darth Madara. I'm amazed nobody likes Tennant's Doctor since I'm liking him during his tenure. I love Tennant. Tennant, until I watched all of Tom Baker's seasons, Tennant was my favorites. And I still think he has some of the best episodes of the franchise, such as The Girl in the Fireplace and the Science in the Library, Forest of the Dead. Actually, his entire fourth season was just a masterpiece. The two-parter with the Family of Blood was really good. I love the Cybermen, so everything with him and the Cybermen was great. I just don't like when they kept using the Cybus Industries Cybermen after Tennant's run. It got a little tiresome seeing Cybus Industries Cybermen. Like, really? Okay. Um, let's see. Hi Darth, I'm a Tennant fan. Cool. Don again. Benny Wark again. Have you seen Ghibli films? Well, I lost it. Yeah, no. Whoa, how far back did I go? Whoop. Okay. That helps. Chris Lidge Bloodborne's little icons for his response. That helps. Ah, there we go. Have you seen the Studio Ghibli film? Ghibli, whatever. Uh, I've seen everything Miyazaki. I've seen. Have I seen Have I seen their non-Miyazaki films? I don't think I've seen their non-Miyazaki films. We own some of them, but we just never got around to watching them. I want to see Pompoko. All right. Thanks, Kimba. Jared. I imagine my Son of Godzilla movie to be influenced by those kid adventure movies from the 80s and 90s like E.T., Goonies, Stand By Me, Sandlot, Iron Giant, etc. What do you think? That actually sounds kind of cool. I would be that would be something that'd be really interesting. It certainly sounds like it'd be something far more fun than what has been happening recently with Godzilla. Kamen Rider 64. Have you ever seen B Robo, Kubatak, and Robotak? If so, what are your thoughts? I have not. And Metallic just started subbing one of those shows with another fan subgroup. So I probably will at some point. Because they'll probably be the last Metal Hero series I have to review. Benny Work again. Have you seen Subaraya's The Ultraman Studio, other shows like Gridman, Bioplanet, Whoop? Sorry for my misspelling. I have not. I would like to check out Gridman at some point. I've never even saw it when it was Superhuman Samurai, Cyber Squad. But I would like to check it out. Supposedly, Gridman is going to get a release later on this year. Favorite mech anime and why? From Matt Wheaton. My favorite mech anime is, if you count it as mecha, Escaflowne, because it's fantasy, it's got competent characters, a well-written, competent female character, plot twists that you're like, oh shit, and lots of great action, cool animation, incredible music. Yoko Kanno's soundtrack is just absolutely amazing. If you don't count Escaflowne, Zeta Gundam, because it's Zeta Gundam, it goes in so many places you don't expect. It has some of the best animation, I think, of 80s anime in general. In fact, I think the animation is better than pretty much every Gundam series after it outside of the movies and OVAs ones. I think for the full-length TV shows, Zeta Gundam has the best animation. Because there's so much in the shadows, the details. I love Camille. Camille is just amazing. I love the diversity with Hamankar and how there's so many different factions going on in Zeta. And then my second favorite Gundam anime, even though you didn't ask, is Double Zeta. Because I just love Double Zeta. Let's just say Hamankar knows how to double down on her policies. Don again. What I meant to be stuck in the 70s regarding Sentai and other Toei shows is the use of camera. The grayness. Okay. Yes, I love the camera work from the late 70s, the 80s. I want that camera work back. I just love that camera work. I love how it's like done as if it's like one continuous shot going on in battle. It just looks so cool. And the stunt work is amazing. In fact, I bring that up in my Dynaman review. Bardre, the Joe Martin doctor, had more presence than Jodie's doctor. Yes, she did. She most definitely did. Which also sucks with the way they had to just go about on why she's the doctor. Older girls. Okay. Kimba. My favorite doctors from best to worst, taking audio into account: McCoy, Colin Baker, Troughton, Hartnell, McGon, Tom Baker, Davison, Pertwee, Tennant, Capaldi, Eccleston, Smith, Whitaker. I really, really feel bad for Whitaker. She deserves better. It seems like she could be a great doctor, but she's been given a horrible hand. Has an episode from the 2002 series ever been better than the 1950? Nope. I'm assuming you mean Twilight Zone again? Nope. I can't even say there was a single episode of the 2002 series that was better than any of the 80s series. That is just nope. Nope. That 2002 series was just painful to watch. I am so glad I didn't buy it. I'm so glad it was from the library. Nope. Jared Osborne. I imagine Minion to be more like Junior and starts out 2 meters tall, but would grow in later installments, and his behavior is more like the infant of animals. That of infant animals. What do you think? I like that. I just don't do it like what the Heisei series did with Godzillasaurus, where it just came out weird. But I like the idea. I just say you got to figure out how to make it work, and like the Heisei series, it didn't work because he starts as this like scrawny monster, then suddenly he's like this giant. How do I put it nicely? You know what I mean. And then he goes back to this scrawny thing. Did you ever plan to review the 2000 Toku series Tokeki Mikazuki? I don't know if I know that one. Flip Otaku, why are you so awesome? Because I just am. And because I actually like my fans. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't have anything with this out. This channel would have been dead 5 years ago. Right after I got my Godzilla reviews out, this channel would have been dead. So there's that. Plus, well, on the other hand, had I acted like an asshole like Logan Paul and like played with a dead body, I'd probably have 1 million subscribers by now. But that's why I think I'm awesome. Because I treat you guys. I think it's bad. I think that you guys are awesome too. Without you guys, I'd be nothing. And that's one thing that I have a problem with certain actors when they're all high and mighty. They're like, huh. Yeah, it's like, dude, if it wasn't for the fans, you wouldn't be where you're at. So maybe you should treat your fans with a little more respect. Neo Adams. All right. What do you want to see appear as a guest character in Injustice 3? Etrigan. Or the Question. Or the Spectre. Etrigan, the Spectre, or the Question. Those would be my top picks. For villains, I don't think they've had Trigun in the Injustice series, so Trigun as well. Did you hear about Ultraman? Benzilla561. Did you hear about Ultraman in a couple of shows free on Pluto TV? They got channel now. Yes, Ultraman Leo is on there because Shout Factory still seems to own the license to streaming Ultraman Leo. I'm not sure if that's going to change when Mill Creek releases it on video, but yes. I still like Doctor Who. I have mixed thoughts on that, Don. I really, really want to like Doctor Who still, but right now I'm at the point where I'm thinking The Husbands of River Song was the series finale. That episode just ended everything perfectly well. Do you watch hentai? Nah, I ain't got time for that shit. I've got Sentai. Monica the Great. Hi. Hi. Do more Sentai reviews. I'm working on it. They take a lot. And I mean a lot of work. That's 50 episodes. Like, okay, Dynaman I managed to get through in 2.5 weeks. And that's mostly because of this whole quarantine thing. If I was working, I probably wouldn't finish Dynaman until this week. But yeah, I'm actually amazed that I have 5 reviews of Sentai practically. Well, 4 already completed, 1 nearing completion already this year, because those 5 were my entire goal for the entire year. My goal went back in December was, okay, I'm going to do in 2020, I'm going to get Ninja done, and then I'm going to finally complete Jack Up, Battle Fever J, Denjimon, Sun Vulcan, and Dynaman. And those will be my Sentai reviews for the entire year, because it'll probably take me all the way through this end of the summer to do it. And now I'm already done with Dynaman, so it's like, okay, I've got some movies I should review, and I guess I'll just slowly start watching Alba Ranger. Thunder Mask. Why not have the short Sentai films be TV specials? That could work. Sentai will never end. Yeah. What's going to end first? Sentai or The Simpsons? Dun, dun, dun! What's going to end first? Sentai or Detective Conan? Or One Piece? Anyway, Bernadette subs to Deca Ranger. They're almost done subbing that show. Good to know. Thanks. I'll definitely have to download it and keep an eye on that for when they finish it. Who knows? Maybe by the time they finish it, if Wandering Moonbeams isn't done with Turbo Ranger, I'll just start going through Deca Ranger unless I do a different Toku show or I have a bunch of Ultraman stuff to review. Jake Schuster, do you have a sonic screwdriver? Yes, I have the Matt Smith sonic screwdriver. It's... Maybe I can grab it real quick. Don't think I have abandoned you. Okay. Okay. Oh. Huh. Readings say you guys are still engaged. Okay, cool. We'll continue. Let's see. Show your collection. All right, I'm going to eventually I am going to do a video. It's just I need to clean up some things in the rooms. But let's see if you guys can see these. I showed this off earlier, but for people who just joined, hopefully you guys can see all this. Hopefully it's not moving too quick for you. Oops. Hopefully you guys can see all this because this section gets a little bit cramped. Hopefully it's still going good. Still good. Still good. Hopefully you're still good. Yes, I got some chocolate there right now. Let's show off Corelica's little Lego collection. You guys still there? Oh, wait. Forgot one thing. Gotta show the One Piece. And hopefully you guys are still there. Let's do this. Okay. Turn that off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the collection footage. I know it was probably shaky cam as I'm probably making you sick. Like, ugh. And I keep putting my finger over that. Oh, how much battery life do I have left on my phone? I might have to run and check that out. If I see the thing go on, I might have to plug in my phone. All right. So Monica the Great, I hope you enjoyed that. What's your Ranger crush? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, what do you mean? Abranca. Hello. I think you were here early on the original stream I was trying to do, and then it got kicked off. Benzilla again. Did you hear about the smog monster being a surprise monster in Godzilla vs. King Kong, and do you think it's just a rumor? I have not heard about that, and I have no idea. I'm pretty much staying out of all the news on Godzilla vs. King Kong. Super Sentai does have more universal concept. The whole 5 team members, colored suits. Has been a lot of shows outside of Egypt. Cool. Thunder Mask. I don't like CGI. I like cell animation. Wow. It's been a while since I covered that. So that I must be very far behind. I don't know. I've got to speed up on talking here. Especially since I am getting hungry. Alright. Would you like to see a crossover between Rama 1/2 and Inuyasha? Not really a fan of either of those, but Corelica likes them, so she might be interested in that. I had an issue when I found out Beast Wars was going to be CGI, but I feel the imperfect CGI actually fixed with the tone, and I think the CGI in Land of Lustrous looks good. I actually did like the CGI in Beast Wars. It was from the 90s and all that stuff, but at the time it was cool. I was in 8th grade when they originally did the premiere of the two-parter as a sneak peek, and I love Beast Wars I love Beast Wars the week before that because I bought some toys when they had like Megatron as a crocodile and Optimus as a bat, and I bought the Boar character and Pterosaur, because I was like, oh, these are Transformers, but they're animals. Okay, they should do a show on this. And then like a week later, they premiered the two-part series premiere for Beast Wars. I was like, okay, cool. But why is Megatron a T-Rex and why is Optimus a gorilla? That makes no sense. Who's this Rhinox character? I know there's a toy of Rat Trap and a toy of Cheetor, but I don't know Rhinox. Okay, I agree that owning an anime on Blu-ray DVD rather than having to stream it makes for a better experience. Yep. How did you find about Tokusatsu? Was it by Power Rangers? I kind of knew about Tokusatsu long before Power Rangers. Because I had seen Ultra 7. I knew of Ultraman from the Ultraman toy line that came out in like 1990. Power Rangers when it premiered. I love Power Rangers even before it premiered when I first read about it in a magazine. And then when we were watching, it's like, oh, this is Japanese because those buildings look like Godzilla movie buildings and they look Japanese. So I would read on stuff that I would see in magazines when I was looking in the store for what you call it, Jew Ranger and Die Ranger and all that stuff. So I was reading about that back in '93. And yes, I'm enjoying this Q&A. Cool. That was like what 20 minutes ago though, so who knows by now. Found Deca Ranger SPD. Which one do you prefer? I prefer SPD. It doesn't have Bond. It has a reoccurring villain. And I actually kind of like Doggy Kruger better in SPD than I do in Deca Ranger. Even though both are cool. Don, have you finished up Go Busters? Have recently seen clips of Enter creating monsters and was able to watch one full episode. I've enjoyed Power Rangers Beast Morphers. I watched Ghostbusters when Ghostbusters. I watched Go Busters when it first came out. I have mixed feelings on it. I felt the cast, except Enter, lacked energy. Jared, I imagine Gabara to be the monster antagonist of my idea, but he would be portrayed as a predator that hunts, kills, and eats baby Godzillas, and he is stronger and more of a fighter. I like that idea. That's pretty cool. That making him an actual threat would be awesome. Darth Madeira, which is the current DC live action shows that have been canceled, do you think should have continued? Mine at the moment is Krypton because I think it ended too early. Swamp Thing. I didn't even get the chance to watch Swamp Thing before it was canceled, so I was like, okay, no point in watching it. And the other thing with Swamp Thing is DC keeps trying to turn all these heroes into grim, dark bastardizations of their comics. So they do Swamp Thing, which is a grim, dark character, so they can finally do grim, dark stories. And then they say, you know what? We don't like this grim, dark story. We're canceling that. We're going to keep Titans and grim, dark and all that stuff. Like, but you had a grim, dark character. Same with Constantine. Which commemorative belt should I get? If you can, the CSM blade. I want the CSM blade belt. I can't afford the CSM blade belt. CSM blade. I used to like pizza, but then I found out that I'm lactose intolerant. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we have a friend who's lactose intolerant, and he can do pizza, but he can't really do ice cream. That sucks. Everyone should be able to enjoy any food they want. Hell, I love peanut butter, so I cringe when someone is unable to eat when they have a peanut allergy. Hey, Kaiju no Kami, have you seen Minecraft anime series Black Plasma Studios called Songs of War? If not, you need to do a reaction to it. It's one of the best fan-made series I've ever seen. I have not, and I have not even heard of it. Send me more on that, like a link or something. Not on the chat here, because I'm not going to click on it, but okay. But yeah, send me about it. Flippotaku, I own my own pizza place. I would invite you, but it seems every time you like pizza, the place gets shut down. Yeah. Nah, I think it's just... Okay, just... Do you commit tax evasion? I might be from New York, but no, not yet at least. Flippotaku, not yet. Flippotaku, thinking about LOL. Can I call you daddy? No, that might be a little creepy. Kimba, I have to go now. Congrats on the first successful live. It was nice to be here. Well, thank you. I don't know if you're going to go back and watch what you missed, but if you do, thank you so much. Irene again. What do you think Shout Factory is going? When do you think Shout Factory can put out more Sentai seasons on DVD? I would say I'm hoping they announce something this summer. Knowing my luck, I'm going to be like 10 episodes left in Alba Ranger, and then Shout Factory's going to be like, hey, we're announcing Alba Ranger on DVD. And I'm going to be like, dope! And then it's going to be like, okay, well, do I just finish the review since I'm already this far? And then just do another DVD review? Or do I just say, okay, well, it's not out for a few more months, so I will finish this, get this out, and then, or I don't know. It's hard to say. They have a great relationship with Hasbro. They release everything of Hasbro's. So I think, I'm sure Hasbro's probably nearly done with all their paperwork now. And so hopefully soon, hopefully Hasbro's like, hey, we're all good to go. You're good to release another Sentai show. Are you a fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000? Yes, but I don't watch it all the time. I watched certain ones. I've watched the Gamera movies. I have gone to see the Rift tracks live occasionally. Like the Mothra one was cool. Santa versus the Martians. What was the other one they did live that we saw? I can't remember it. But there were a couple good ones we saw live. Patty Murphy. Hello. Hello to you too. Derpy Pikachu. What Ultraman series do you want to be subbed by Mill Creek? Tiga? And I really want to see Max and Mabius. When we were going to watch them, they were gone from Crunchyroll. I'm 30 episodes into Flashman. I really need to get back to it. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're in for a good time in those last 20 episodes. Branca, it has interesting characters, a great story, fantastic animation, beautiful graphics. Cool. Toys, cartoons, anime, tokusatsu, German. Are you a fan of Gundam anime? Yes. My top favorite is Zeta, followed by Double Zeta, followed by Unicorn, and then probably Turn A, then probably the original show, War in the Pocket, Double O or Turn A, one of those ones, then original, then War in the Pocket, then let's see, Victory would probably be number 10 unless I put Iron Blooded Orphans there. What are the other Gundam series? What am I missing? Oh my god. I'm trying to look at my DVDs my Blu-rays right now, and I'm like, I haven't really, wait. I haven't really watched Origin. Origin's the only Gundam series I have not watched. My bad. Earlier I said I watched all the Gundam series. No, I lied. I haven't watched Origin. Alright. Sky Crash 8. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sky Crash. No, I just lost it. Here we go. This chat is getting a little full. So now I'm like, okay. I should answer some of the other dudes' questions that asked me earlier. Do you have an Xbox One or PS4? PS4. What is your top 3 kaiju? As in non-Godzilla or Godzilla? Because I'm going to say without... Irene, see ya. Thank you for joining. My top 3 kaiju, excluding Godzilla, would be Mothra, Ghidorah... Oh, it's going to sound so cliche. Mothra, Ghidorah, Rodan. But I really, really want to put King Caesar in there. Because I really, really, really love King Caesar. And Anguirus. Oh, why do they keep getting screwed out of good movies? Why do they keep getting screwed out of movies in general? King Caesar seriously needs his own movie with Gigan. Have the Gigan's an ancient creature that gets uncovered and people decide to cyberize him or something. Okay. For all the Doctor Who fans, I imagine of having David Tennant in a role of My Son of Godzilla movie. What do you think? David Tennant is an awesome actor, so he can do practically anything. Fenzen, New York, Colorado. New York, okay, Granted, I love the food better in New York, but Colorado, better environment. Nothing. It doesn't. The place doesn't look like it's dirty and disgusting all the time. The humidity is not as bad here. Why did you move? Krelika and I just wanted to get out of New York, so we essentially came down to a few choices. It was like, let's do Colorado, and that's what we did. Could you review Outer Rangers next, please? That's the hope after Dynaman. Studio Jiggly. Jiggly? Okay, so like Jigglypuff. Cool. Wow, that was so long ago I talked about that. Sounds like a different type of anime studio. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, Thunder Mask. What lost serial of Doctor Who do you want found, and if so, why? Uh, the first one with Jamie for Troughton. The Highlander? The Highlands? Highlander? Let's see. Will you be doing a review of Turbo Ranger soon? This series is really hard to find subbed. Only when Wandering Moonbeams finishes subbing it. They're up to episode 38 so far, or 37 so far. He said his next batch will be 40 or 38 to 42, but he hasn't actually timed these translations yet. So I'm hoping Turbo Ranger will be subbed by the end of the year, but I'm not going to even start watching it until he's at least at episode 48, because I do not need another Mega Beast Empire with Dynaman situation where I get all the way caught up and then they never finish it. Maji Ranger or Bokinger, which one do you prefer? Oh, I'm gonna say Maji Ranger because of the villains. My favorite Gundam is Wing. I love the music to Wing. Wing is tough because I loved Wing for years, and then when I watched it more recently, I was like, but I love the soundtrack. I absolutely adore the soundtrack. Ko Atani, who also did the music to Godzilla GMK and the Gamera trilogy, was incredible. Favorite game console of this generation? PS4. There are full episodes of Gridman on YouTube. You can check them out if you want. Yeah, I know, but from what I've read, someone's going to be releasing Gridman on Blu-ray later this year, so I'm just going to wait for that. Sentai needs to fight in the giant concrete cylinders again. Do you mean like the big gravel pits? That'd be cool. I also miss the one park they would fight in. They would have like the Griffin statue and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into Gundam anime. My favorite mech series, if you count it as such, is Code Geass. Code Geass is amazing. I love Code Geass. LaDouche is an incredible character, and I love C2. I love the Arthurian mythology in it. What Star Wars movie do you prefer, Rogue One or Solo? Rogue One. Rogue One is probably my second favorite Star Wars movie. Empire is first, in case you didn't guess. Are you married? Yes. Krelika and I have been together for we've been together for 19 years, 1 month, and 3 days. Thank you. Sky from Sky Crash 8. Don, Colin Baker had a worse hand than Jodie. Sure, the story sucked, but improved in her second season. I love any stories of Daleks, Cybermen, and the Master. I don't really think Jodie's season improved all that much in season 2. I thought Orphan 55 and the other environmental one was awful. Yeah, I mean, okay, Spyfall was great. The one with Tesla was not bad, and the one with the Mary Shelley was really good until it ended up being part 1 to that 3-part awful thing. Ugh. I love any stories of Daleks, Cyberman, Master. I liked the Daleks. I have mixed thoughts on the Daleks. I love the Cybermen. I love the Master for the most part. The Daleks in the classic series, Genesis was so good. I felt bringing the Daleks back after that, especially Davros, completely ruined them. They turned into the one quote from Smithers. He went from everyday villainy to cartoon supervillainy. That's how the Daleks went to me after Genesis, when they just kept coming back and going and trying to bring back Davros and all of that. It just went downhill. Now the new series did the Daleks great most of the time, but for every Dalek story, every Dalek and every the Dalek Cyberman crossover, you had the Daleks in Manhattan, and I felt the Daleks got really terrible in Matt Smith's era again, but then they got kind of better in Capaldi's era. I'm sick of seeing my favorite superhero, Superman, as a bad guy. I'm so freaking sick of seeing Superman as a bad guy. That's what Ultraman is for. Ultraman is meant to be the evil Superman. Stop making Superman be bad. New York was named after the Duke of York. Color means colored red. Yes. Message retracted. Have you heard of the new Tokusatsu? Yes. I have not checked it out because I'm not... I have DVR for a reason. I don't like watching things as they air, except for Better Call Saul, so... Tokusatsu just doesn't do anything for me. But I love the idea. I think it's great for people that love that aspect. Henshin for us. Hey, Henshin! I don't know. I messed it up, but... I think the best way to describe my Son of Godzilla movie is that it's like a live-action anime mixed with E.T., Iron Giant, etc. What do you think? As long as it's not like the Godzilla frickin' anime that came out on Netflix, then yes, I think it's a great idea. What unsub Toku do you want to see? Not Beetleborgs. B-Fighter and B-Fighter Kabuto. I own B-Fighter Kabuto on DVD. I have the Region 2s. I don't know if you saw it when I did my whole scan. I don't know if everything was clear. But I own the Region 2 DVDs, so I've watched the series raw. I want to see the series subbed. But I'd also like to watch the first series first, because I haven't seen B-Fighter yet. I know this is old news, but what were your thoughts on the channel Awesome Controversy back then? I have really no opinion because I don't know the full details of everything that happened. So I don't want to get into channel politics. I'd rather keep the politics for Facebook and Twitter and all the other stuff that's full of politics. Let's try. So I think it's messed up what happened, but I really have no opinion since I don't know exactly 100% what happened. Okay, real quick, I want to cover these questions that were asked from the Russian Wanderer earlier this morning before I continue the comments. So give me 1 second, I'll come back to your question. Louis Claudio Fugolin, did I say that right? Fugolin? Alright, so the Russian Wanderer had asked, worked mecha ever? I'm assuming he meant mech anime. Gundam Age. Ugh. Guilty Pleasure Toku? I don't know. Guilty Pleasure Toku. Does it mean Toku that's horrible, but you find it enjoyable? Guilty Pleasure Toku. I'll have to come back to that. Do you think Kamen Rider Thouser is similar to Abare Killer? Not really. Killer just did it because he was dying and wanted to have fun before he died. Bowser's just an asshole. Do you think Toku of Toei are dying due to being safe or following the laws or being cheap with CGI or show around? Toei's Toku, I think they're playing it too safe, and Sentai is very, very cheap. The fact that I don't know. Toei's playing it very safe. They're not doing anything new with Sentai. I think they've just given up on Sentai all around. They're just pretty much... I mean, their frickin' description for having a revolutionary series this year was, we're going to have boys like cars, girls like jewelry, so we're going to have jewelry cars. And it's like... and that to them is innovation. Name 5 worst things Homer Simpson has done in Modern Simpsons. Ditched his dad for a kidney transplant. Exploited Bart multiple times. Has made it basically where Marge is an abusive housewife. treats the episode where he's like, when he even says to Marge, "Oh, look at me. I'm jerk ass Homer. I'm a screw up. I do everything wrong. Blah blah blah." Do you think physical releases will prevail? Of course. Of course. You still won't review Toku that didn't have a physical release but have been releasing on official. Oh, this one he said. So my thing is, if a Toku series is officially licensed by an American company and they're only streaming it, I will not review it because I do not want to use fan subs when there are official copies. So I cannot review, or I cannot get official copies that are streamed from like Shout Factory, like their original Kamen Rider. So I won't review the original Kamen Rider unless they physically put it out on disc, because they actually own it in America. I don't want to take things away from them. He had 2 more questions. Thoughts on Ace of the Base? Never listened to their music. And where was the 9th question? Who do you want to do a collab review with? I don't know. Collab reviews. I've seen Silver Quill do collab reviews, and they seem to be very stressful. I've done some collab reviews with people, but I don't know if I really... If someone wants to do a collab review and I have time to do it, we can try it, but I don't know. I don't really have... The hard part is collab reviews also end up having the 2 different ideas just boom, 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 boom in your thought process, and then it turns into an argument, and then someone has to give, and someone doesn't want to give, and someone does, and then that person's miserable about it, and the other person's like, "Oh, I don't want to work with that guy." It's hard to say. Guilty pleasure Toku. I have to think. What guilty pleasure Toku? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be Toku that's horrible, but it's good. But I don't know. I don't know. Never thought about it. Don't really know. Okay. What is the final episode of Dragon Ball Super? I don't know. Well, it already aired. I don't know what you're asking. Are you a king, of president, a dictator, or emperor? An emperor! And I've got 15... Okay. Give me 1 moment. I've got to run and grab my phone charger because I've got 15% of battery life left. Be right back. You guys are still here. Okay. Wow, it's almost 8 o'clock. You guys have been listening to me drone on for a while. I want to get through all this before I go eat. All right, let's see. I am an emperor. I don't know. I guess it depends. I want to rule over everything, but I want to have people that would like me for ruling over them. Alright. Thunder Mask. Now I noticed you film videos from 2 sides of the room. Oh. Yep. Well, yeah, sometimes I do that. Well, right now I have my green screen that way. Usually I do it there, or I do it there, and all that stuff. Okay. What is the capital of Colorado and New York? New York? Or, sorry, Albany and Denver. One last question before I grab some dinner. Oh, if you're still here. I've loved Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake reviews. Any chance for video game reviews becoming more of a frequent thing? Hard to say. The problem is that there's just so many video game reviewers out there. I don't really want to cover video games because there's so many up there. If I was gonna do a Red Dead Redemption 2 review when it came out originally, but it took me so long, and By the time I beat it after 2 months, I was like, there's no point in doing a review now because no one's going to care about it. I have thought about maybe doing some retro gaming reviews, like maybe doing a Super Metroid review, but I don't know. It's nice to see your house. Well, thank you. I wish it was a house. It's just an apartment. I would love to own a house, but houses cost a lot of money. Like going to Japan to visit. Do you know that Ultraman Greater Towards the Future is not the only Ultra series outside of Japan? There's one made in the US called Ultraman Powered or the Ultraman Hero. I do know it. I do have the Ultraman Powered downloaded, but because Mill Creek now owns the license to Ultraman, I want to wait to know if they're gonna release that one before I go ahead and watch the files I have. Have you ever been tempted to disassemble one of your wife's Lego buildings bit by bit and see if she notices? No, because I don't want her then disassembling something of mine. If you have to charge your phone, go ahead. Wow, are we getting... Oh, no, we're not. Do you happen to watch romance movie series of certain Toku actors from Kamen Rider Super Sentai? I do not. That's more of a Kurleka thing. Bathroom break. Cool. I meant outside of Japan. Oh, God, that was so long ago. I don't even know what that was relation to anymore. Sorry, dude. Jay Smithers. It's cool to see you talk about some classic games like PS1, Final Fantasy games, and other classic ones. This Q&A has been fun. Awesome. Glad it's been worth the 1 hour and 41 minutes of your time. Hi, Pokemon Try Salad. Well, hi, Pokemon Try Salad. Benny Wark. Bye. Bye. Obviously, you're probably gone by now, but if you watch this after, bye. I'm down to 20. Oh, I just jumped up to 23 people watching. Wow, people are still watching? Wow. If it wasn't for the fact I need to finish up to eat dinner soon, I could probably go on all night. Because you guys are apparently interested in a lot of stuff. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Hell yeah. Well, I kind of. I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh binders full of cards, but I'm a huge fan of the manga, the original manga, all 38 volumes from the original series. I'm a huge Egyptian fan, so I'm suckered by anything with the Egyptian mythology in it, and that's initially what took me into the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise to begin with. So the Egyptian memory arc is my favorite arc of the manga. The anime, I liked the Duel Monsters anime mostly because the soundtrack was kick-ass. I don't like a lot of the changes they made from the manga, but I love the soundtrack. I wish they would do a new version of a new manga adaptation that was 100% accurate to the manga from the very first chapter of when Yugi puts together the puzzle all the way through Yugi defeating Atem and them going out, and keep it 100% accurate to the manga. I would love that. Let's see. I did like the first 64 episodes of 5Ds, but I felt the series should have ended there when they defeated Godwin. That should have been the end. Everything else was, even though the Ragnarok cards were cool. Alright. Yeah, Beast Wars was awesome, but I was talking about the anime Beastars. Oh. So Zootopia, the anime. No, I have not seen that. When One Piece ends, do you think Luffy should end in a relationship with Nami? We're going to ask Nami? Because if so, then, yeah, it makes sense. But I would love to see Boa Hancock's reaction, especially if Luffy and Nami got married. I would just love to see what Boa Hancock, she'd be like, no! Do you think you'll get corona? No idea. Not going to worry about it. Favorite food and drink? Cream soda? We have this awesome place here in Colorado that actually does homemade cream soda. Favorite food? Mushrooms, strawberries, shrimp. In fact, coconut shrimp's going to be what I have for dinner tonight. Once I finish this, and then I have to go make it. Necrom. Yeah, the suit's design for Kruger and for Deca Ranger was weird, like stop motion bit. Yeah, I did like that they improved the suit as it went on when they actually started to have his mouth move. I was fine with what they did with Kruger. But um, it's it was weird. What is your favorite Kid Ranger on Super Sentai Power Rangers? Kiba Ranger. Beast Wars was awesome back in the day. Rat Trap was my favorite Transformer from that. My favorites from season 1 were Tigatron and well, for the Maximals it was Tigatron. For the Predacons it was of course Megatron. I'll never tired of asking questions. Cool. Whoa. This thing just jumped on me again. Where'd it go? 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 Oh, there we go. Amen to enjoying any food anyone wants, though I'm trying to lose weight and was succeeding someone until this quarantine happened. Yeah, we haven't been. A couple weeks ago at Chrysalis Bloodborne's house, because he has a gym. I did my first deadlift of 410 pounds, and I'm like, oh, by the time we get back into being able to lift again, I'll probably be back to 350. Do a video where you do Sentai versus Hentai. I'm good. Funny joke about that though. When one of the Sentai panels I was doing at NDK, our local convention here in Colorado one year, I was doing a history of Super Sentai, or the history of Sentai, and right after it was a panel called the history of Hentai. So I made the joke, I'm like, okay guys, just to let you know, this is the history of Sentai. History of Hentai is after this panel at 11 o'clock. Me and my friends imagine that John Watts, the director of Spider-Man MCU Spider-Man movies, should be the director of My Son of Godzilla. I think he could work. He's been doing a great job with the Spider-Man movies. Yes, maybe it's amazing. Kaiju Kami, if you have a Discord, we can talk about it there. If not, I'll comment about it once the stream ends. I do have a Discord. It's just Kaiju no Kami. I did post on Twitter an invite link. If you don't see it on my feed, then hit me up and I'll send you another direct link. But I opened up a Discord a few weeks ago. Well, actually, I created one like a year ago, but I haven't really done much. I usually, most of the time I get the chance to go on there, everyone else already gone. Top 10 best states. I don't know. I haven't spent too much time in most states. Yeah, I've been to Texas, which seemed cool. Well, warm, but cool. You know what I mean. Portland was interesting. LA was Missouri was miserable. Iowa's probably the worst state I hate going through when we're driving to Enemy Detour because there's nothing there. Like if you get lost, you're never gonna find yourself. They're never gonna find you. It was cool though going through Iowa one year at night. There was a thunderstorm going on, and you could see the entire thunderstorm from the distance. But Iowa, our phones don't always work, especially T-Mobile. T-Mobile sucks when you drive through Iowa. What's your favorite Sentai show from the 2000s? Geki Ranger. I've got to go. Have a good day. I already read that one when I saw it pop up on the phone. So you have a good day yourself again. Message retracted. Have you seen VR Troopers or Beetleborgs? I've seen both. Was not a fan of either. I liked the second. Actually, funny enough, I did like the second seasons for both shows better. I liked the Space Sheriff armor for Jason better, and I thought the American-made footage for Grimlord was cooler than when they were dubbing it. Beetleborgs, I liked Nucus, so I liked that better than the first Beetleborg show. Although the ghost of Ronald McDonald still creeps me out. Which Star Trek show is your favorite and least favorite? While I'm not a Trekkie, I am enjoying DS9. I know 3 things from Star Trek. Star Trek 2009, Into Darkness, and the third one that came out. And now every Trekkie has just cried in pain. I sense a disturbance in the Force, as if a bunch of Trekkies just cried out in agony. But Star Trek is just one of those shows I've never really taken an interest in. There was a time when I was kind of curious, but I just never. I've got a lot to watch, so I just don't have time. All right. The human villains of my movie are dual mercenary who deal in Titan Black marketing. They're former Monarch members, and they have hyenas. That's cool. I like that idea. And if you can develop why they left Monarch and all that stuff, that'd be great. Favorite Sentai couple? Domon and the girl, the news reporter girl, the camera girl. Also, the series is medieval themed, so if you were a fan of the show like that, you'll love it. Heck, if you don't even watch medieval stuff, I like medieval stuff. Has its own soundtrack, that's cool. And you can compare them to McLeish from Rescuers Down Under and Cruella from 101 Dalmatians. Long or Daishi? Long. You should watch gameplay for a game called Gigabash that would be released in late 2020. It's like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. Huh. I might have to, if I remember that, I'll have to check that out. I do agree with you. Rogue One is one of the most underrated Star Wars movies. Are you a fan of Digimon? Somewhat. I like the second season the best of the Digimon stuff that I saw. I did like the four horsemen characters, Piedmon and all, metal worm thing a jig. But I've not watched Digimon in years, and I wanted to check out the Japanese version on Netflix, but never got the chance to, and I think it's gone now. Do you like Evangelion? I do not, except for Pengi. I like Pengi. How many toys do you have? A lot. I have a lot, and this is just a fraction of what I used to own. I got rid of all my He-Man, G.I. Joes, Transformers, DC figures, Resident Evil figures, all my Sentai figure arts because, well, except for my Jude Rangers and Die Rangers, just because when they canceled doing Sentai figure arts, I was like, well, then what's the point of me keeping all these figures? So I decided I'd just start collecting my favorite teams from now on, or for my favorite series, rather than trying to collect everyone. And I sold off a bunch of Monster Arts because I'm sick of Heisei Monster Arts and quality control defects and stuff. I not on display actually that's put away is my. What just happened? Did it just disconnect? Oh, looks like I'm good. I guess my phone's like, go eat. But anyway, the Godzilla anime was so bad. I'll say the third was the best, but only because it was the only one to keep my attention throughout the whole run. I didn't even I watched the first movie and I was like, I'm done. I have no motivation to watch the other two movies. When your first movie is so bad and it's Godzilla related and I can't bring myself to watch the rest, there's a problem. Would you like to see Ghidorah and the good guy roll again like in GMK? I don't know. Depends how it's done. I think the way they did in GMK worked, even though I would still have wanted to see the original version. Are you familiar with Weekly Shonen Jump magazine? Yes, I am. I also used to buy the Viz releases when they would come out, and I did used to have a couple of the Japanese ones that I was sent. What's the most expensive toy you own? I showed this earlier, but since you probably might have missed it, these guys right up there, the SLCs of Daijujin, King Brachion, and Dragon Caesar. Let's see. Where we go? Where we go? Where did we go? Okay, here we go. One more thing, have you heard South Korean Toku called Legendary Hero? It's interesting. No, I have not. Eat dinner while Q&A. I can't eat dinner while I'm doing my Q&A because I have to fully cook my dinner, which is coconut shrimp. I have to put it all together, put the shrimp together and all that stuff. So I can't exactly cook it while I'm doing this. So I'll probably end this within the next half hour. So I'm going to try to get through all these. Cook it here. If only it worked that way. I need to cook it in the kitchen. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck? Mine is Rockets and Red Eyes. I've gone through a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh decks over the years. I used to have a really kick-ass fairy deck that was based around Shinato. Then that became obsolete play. So then I had a counter trap light and dark deck which was fun to play, but then that became obsolete because of how quick the game became. Then I had a Ragnarok deck with Norse. That was up by the time I finally actually completed that deck, it was obsolete. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I tried a Ghost Trick deck, which just didn't work. Then I did Six Samurai, which worked pretty well. But then Konami started doing all that stuff where I'm like, fuck Konami. And when the rules changed for Arc V with the additional things on the mat, I was just like, I'm done. I give up. I can't keep up with this anymore. Which sucked, but it is what it is. So I've been slowly getting rid of my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection. I used to have every fairy card that came out in America through the Nordic deck line, and then I just stopped trying to catch up on all the fairies. I just love the entire concept of they were angels in Japan. All right. Well, it's not a two-room apartment. Yes, it is. It is a two-room apartment. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, garage, and a balcony. Why do you think Sentai keeps falling back on the idiot red trope every year after year? Because Toei doesn't know anything else. Because kids love loud, obnoxious characters, so Toei just keeps giving us loud, obnoxious Red Rangers. It works in anime, but not in live action all the time. Like, it worked for John in Geki Ranger because he was brought to a civilized society after living in a jungle for years. I don't think Luffy should marry anyone, honestly. I'd be cool with that, too. Will you review the Daimajin trilogy? I bought it like 3-4 years ago to review it, and I just have not had time to review it. That's what happens when I start taking up Toku. Who's your favorite Straw Hat? Nico Robin, followed by Frankie. Beast Wars. Is there a timeline for the Garo series? You mean like how the series play out? Because there's Garo, season 1, Red Requiem, and Beast of the White Knight, Makai Senki, Cry of the Blue Demon Dragon, or Cry of the Blue the Demon Cry of the Blue Dragon. I forget what it is. Sokoku Ryu, the Blue Cry of the Demon Dragon, or something like that. Then it would jump to Makai Hana. Then the recent movie that came out. Then there's another timeline that has The One Who Shines in Darkness and whatever the Golden... I can't remember the name of the 5th season. I didn't watch it. Jinga? No. The Golden Jinga? I forget. And then now there's this new one called Versus Road. And then there's the anime timelines for all 3 anime series. So it's really weird. Let's see. What do you think the score of My Son vs. Godzilla should be like, and who should compose it? Because my friends think it should be like E.T. and Henry Jackman could be the composer. What do you think? Henry Jackson's pretty good. Wait, did Henry Jackman, not Jackson, Jackman. Did he do the score for X-Men First Class? Because I think the guy that did the score for X-Men First Class would be perfect for your movie. I loved his score for First Class. Hey, Kaiju no Kami. Hey, Alex the Kaiju fan. I can't find it. Could you post the link in the chat if you have the time? If not, post the link to my Discord and give me a sec. Yeah, tonight when I'm back on the computer, I'll post a new link on Twitter just in case. Favorite Kamen Rider Stronger Kaijin. I've only watched the first episode of Kamen Rider Stronger, so I can't answer that. In fact, until Black, I have only watched the first, except for the original Kamen Rider series and Black RX, I have only watched the first Kamen Rider episode to every Showa series except V3, which I have not seen anything of. Imagine Goku. Wait. The stream questions isn't matching up to with your current topic. Yeah, I'm quite behind. I know. Imagine Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and Toriko living together, hanging out, and going on adventures. What do you think? Could be interesting. I think there was a crossover for them. But Goku would just be so freaking lazy. Which one do you prefer, Kamen Rider Ryuki or Dragon Knight? Ryuki. Dragon Knight was decent, but I have a lot of issues with it, especially in the effects budget. What's your favorite movie you have reviewed? Favorite movie I have reviewed. Well, if you mean just movie that I've reviewed, Double Indemnity, the film noir from 1944. If you mean my favorite movie review for a movie, I really, even though it's really, really old, I still really like my review for Godzilla vs. Biollante. I love the way that review came out, even though it had poor audio, and still was still practicing how to work in front of the camera well. I still really like my Godzilla vs. Biollante movie review. Um, I really enjoyed the review. Some of my what was it I reviewed last year? I had a lot of fun with. I can't remember what I've reviewed now. There's so many movies. I'm like, well, I did that. I did that. I enjoyed that. I'll tell you what reviews I hated doing. Orochi the Eight-Headed Dragon or Yamato Takeru. I could not find myself having fun with that review. Even when I reviewed Immortal last year, I still at least had some fun reviewing that movie. Same with like Death Kappa. I still had some fun reviewing that movie. All right. I hope that answers your question. Operation Overdrive or Samurai, which do you prefer? Samurai. I could only watch very little of Operation Overdrive. I hated the two villains of Operation Overdrive. I thought they were the Miser brothers from the old Baskin Rakin. No, not the ice cream people. Bosch, the old Santa Claus thing. All I thought is that they were the two Miser brothers. Just hi or hello, back to you, Necrom. Have you seen the concept art for Rise of Skywalker that Colin Trevor made that was going to be called Duel of the Fates? I have not. I pretty much, after I saw Rise of Skywalker, I checked out. I checked out of everything Star Wars after Rise of Skywalker. Do you like creepy pastas? Never bothered to get into it. My students have loved it. I have no interest in it. Cook it here, can't. Godzilla's Revenge is the worst Godzilla movie ever. I understand why, but I would say that Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla is the worst. Revenge is number 2, though. Well, no. Revenge is now number 3. Space Godzilla is number 2. And the anime trilogy, even though I haven't watched 2 and 3, the anime trilogy is number 1. Use your hotness to jet it. If only. What is the worst anime? That's a toss-up. Nope, no, actually that's not a toss-up. Weißkreuz stands for White Cross. It was known as Night Hunters in America. Just awful all around. The dub was horrible. In fact, the dub was so bad, Acrylic and I changed it into Japanese within the first 7 minutes of the first episode. I think you... Hey, I just lost... I think you should know that my Godzilla movies are influenced by Monster House Super 8 and those anime kids. Cool, I liked Monster House was a fun movie. I didn't see Super 8. But Monster House was fun. I really liked that one. There's an app called Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, I am familiar with that one. With the dueling app. I've lost all motivation to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly. I've just lost it. I just released... I have more subscribers. Oh, I just realized I have more subscribers than you. Cool, congratulations. Cool. Let's see. Yeet. Hi, Kami. Hi, Mass Sentai. I don't have Twitter, so could you post the link in the comments? Sure, I'll do that later. Do you like Ryuga from Garo? No, I hate Ryuga. Do you think Minya should be brought to life with a mix of practical effects like puppets and animatronics and visual effects, CGI mocap in my Son of Godzilla movie? I'm always for practical effects. So if you can make it work, do it. People always seem to think that CGI is cheaper and better to do. It's not always cheaper. It's not always better. CGI also will age worse than. Perfect example, like I said earlier in this, like an hour and 30 minutes ago, I said I was rewatching Alba Ranger and the CGI, it's very CGI heavy, and the CGI has not aged well at all. In fact, there were some scenes where the show I'm like, ugh, I'm just losing my immersion just from the CGI, and that's very rare for me. I usually can handle poor CGI for the most part. Have you played any of the Smash Brothers games? Yes, I've played the one on the Wii. I liked the one on the Wii. Then I got bored of the one on the Wii. I played the one on the Wii U for about 15 minutes and was like, this is just like the game on the Wii. And I have Chrysalis Bloodborne gave me the Switch Smash Brothers game to play, but I have to review the Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which is going to be whenever I get to it in the next month or so. And we'll see if I like that one better than the Wii U one. I usually main Samus or Zero Suit Samus, and that was another thing. She got nerfed in the Wii U game, which sucked. Yes, Henry Jackman did the score for X-Men First Class. He also did the scores for Captain America. Yes. Yes, then I definitely would agree that Henry Jackman would be great. Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. Don't know if you heard, but yes, Henry Jackman definitely the way to go. Ninja or Ninja Steel. Haven't watched Ninja Steel yet, so Ninja, I guess. And I'll let you know my Son of Godzilla movie takes place in Portland because I want the movie to take place in a suburban place that is surrounded by forests. Makes sense. Which Kamen Rider character would the Sonic characters be? All the characters from X-Aid. So Knuckles would be the brooding one. X-Aid would be Sonic. Another message retracted. The scariest film you ever saw. E.T. I don't really know because I don't really scare from films. Even as a kid, I knew they were fake, so I never actually felt scared by them. So I can't say there's really any movies that I'm scared of. I love movies that are full of suspense and tension, where you're on the edge of your seat wanting to see what's going to happen next, like with the new It movies, the original Halloween, The Thing. They lives more action, but The Fog, Jaws, Doctor Sleep, and The Shining. What do you think of the idea of a live-action Alita Battle Angel sequel? I didn't think the first movie was great, as some people did. I thought it was good. It was fine. It was kind of boring. But I also got disappointed because there was no payoff at the end. So I would like to see it continue so they can actually finish the story. I imagine the group of kids who found Minya in my Son of Godzilla movie to be realistic to the age of 11, 13 in real life. And one of the kids' name is Emiko. That was cool. And Emiko, that makes sense because of, I can't think of the Emiko now. I'm trying to think of. Oh, well. I'm making a multiverse war fanfiction. Ultraman Balio is going to be the main villain. Nice. Be interesting. Include Shadow Moon. Gotta have the Shadow Moon in a multiverse villain movie. Jared Osborne, like in the original Godzilla. Which unused Sentai do you want to be adapted? Jetman? Flashman? Nothing modern. I don't like any of the modern Sentai shows. Halloween theme comes on. Oh yes, that's my phone ringer. Krillika was calling to say she's done with work. Man, maybe I should just have her cook dinner and I eat in here while I'm talking to you guys. No, I'm not gonna do that to her. I am gonna finish up soon though. What the hell just happened? Phone. Like I said, Krillika called. Damn. Have you seen Batman Ninja Turtles crossover anime film? Yes, I thought it was the best anime DC film DC has done in like 2 or 3 years. I could see him being in the new serial killer. Favorite writer from Ryuki? Oja. Oh, I'm at the bottom. And we've lost like 8 people in the last 15 minutes. Yes, so Oja's my favorite Ryuki writer. I imagine in my Son of Godzilla movie, the baby Godzilla like Minya to be more fast and agile compared to the adults. Minya is strong enough to win a tug of war with the strongest man. Okay, I'd be curious. Right now, that's like the one thing that you said that hasn't like thrown like oh, that would be interesting, but I'd like to see how you did that. Have you ever visited the People's Democratic Republic? Nope. Actually, my farthest bit of being out of the country is Toronto in Canada. That's as far as I've been out of the U.S. I don't even have a passport right now because I can't even afford to go anywhere. Thoughts on Kamen Rider Shin, Zeto, and J movies? Seto was the best of them. Not my favorite things from Keita Amamiya. I'm going to use... Whoops. Where do we go? Where do we go? I'm going to use the crossovers to kind of redeem the Godzilla anime. Sounds great. What do you think of my human villains in my Son of Godzilla movie having hyenas for hunting dogs? I like it. Hyenas are cool animals. Love the idea. Maybe call them Pain and Panic. Would you like to see an animated film of the Batman Spawn crossover comic? I am so sick of Batman at this point. I don't want to see anything with Batman in it. I love Batman. I love Batman the Animated Series. But I bought the Blu-ray set of Batman the Animated Series the day it came out. I still intend to do a top 10 video when I finish the Batman the Animated Series Blu-ray set. But I have one disc left. I have not been able to bring myself to watch that last disc because I got so freaking sick of Batman. DC might as well just call their company Batman's Babysitting Service at this point because they have killed Batman for me. If you were in charge of a Godzilla anime movie, how would you do it? I don't know how I would do it. I would probably follow the original 54 film because that would need to start it all. My brain's not thinking on it right now. If I think of something, I'll come back to that question. Kaiju no Kami, that country doesn't even exist. South Korea is the Republic of Korea, not Korea the Good trick question. Just said the Democratic Republic of South Korea. Favorite Ranger color? Well, my favorite color is purple, so purple. The human villains of my Son of Godzilla have 8 hyenas. Nice. Pain, Panic, Diego. I don't know. Just Diego sounds like a fun hyena name. I'll let you figure out the rest. It's your movie. Her to Do movie is in the works with John freaking Cena. Yay. Do you have a picture of how you want Minya to look? Because I want to see what it looks like. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, if you ever put up any fan art for your Minya, post it on my Twitter page or something, and maybe I can showcase it in a news report or something. Hello. What characters from the previous MonsterVerse installments do you think should return in my Son of Godzilla movie? The Mammoth Titan thing. Give me 1 second. I gotta do something real quick. All right. Back. Hello. Yeah, I think I did forget that. Favorite Sentai Dream Team? Jiraiya from Kaku Ranger, Daigo from Dai Ranger, Barai from Jude Ranger, Yuri from Time Ranger. I need a Yellow Ranger. What's her name from Mega Ranger? Can't think of her name now. But Mega Yellow. Let's see. Did I forget to say hello? I don't know. Did I imagine Minya's design as my son and from Monsters vs. Godzilla sounds cool. I want John Cena to be the suit actor for Jet Jaguar. Hello! Hello! Back. But the design also takes influence from Junior's design, from G vs. Baby Crocodilians, Baby T-Rexes. What are your thoughts on Michael Bay Transformers films? I liked the first one, kind of. Abranca said he wants to see Gorosaurus, Anguirus, Behemoth, and Kamacuras in your movie. Big Boy Sports and Toku Review, sup y'all? Rebranded my channel a few days ago. How are you, Kaiju no Kami? I am good. Getting very, very hungry, so I'm probably going to be ending this Q&A shortly so I can go make dinner. I also imagine that there would be a scene in the Godzilla movie where Minya fights a bear. What do you think? Okay, I could see that. Chisato, yes, Mega Yellow. I just want Will Smith's Ultraman. Will Smith is Ultraman. Don't know how I feel about that one. Do you eat human flesh or bones or your meal at supper time? Well, it depends how long it takes me to eat something. What do you think the comedy of my Son of Godzilla movie should be like or on par with? Intelligent comedy, not just sex jokes all the time. I freaking hate sex jokes all the time. Think of Mel Brooks. If you're going to do some comedy, maybe do something that you would see in a Mel Brooks film. That is what I like. I like Mel Brooks movies. What if Godzilla went against the devil? I feel sorry for the devil. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. Best and worst Sentai monster designs. My favorites, the ones from Go-Go 5. My least favorites, whatever those things were from Ryu Soldier. Kaiju, I gotta get off and get to bed anyway. It's getting late in my area. Great Q&A stream and good night. Good night to you too. If Gorosaurus appears in the Monsterverse, do you think he should have the roars of the T-Rex in the Jurassic Park movies? I guess that would be cool. I mean, there's no way to really know what dinosaurs roared like, but yeah, that would be cool. It'd be iconic. I'd like to see Minya being scared of a lamp. I will enjoy my dinner. I'm all caught up on these questions. So, wow, 2 hours and 17 minutes. And I haven't gotten a copyright claim this time around. That's cool. I wonder if that means this video's not monetized now. Shit. Oh well. It sucks not having a job. Well, any last minute questions from you guys? Because I think everyone is getting tired of listening to me talk. I know I'm getting hungry. Go-Go 5 or Lightspeed Rescue. I love Go-Go 5. I love both, but Go-Go 5 without a doubt. No contest. I just love the way the Cyma clan is done much better than the demons in Lightspeed Rescue. And I love the family dynamic on both sides of the spectrum. It is 10 at night. I hope the video will end soon. It's 8:30 where I live, so you can go if you want. I'm not chaining you all up here. I imagine there would be a scene where Minya explores a house and gets scared and fascinated by modern Toku stuff and tech. I feel bad because you just want to eat. Yep. Maybe. I might be able to help you with that in Discord. My favorite color is purple too. Tekken or Soul Calibur? Soul Calibur. Hey, Krelika.
Yes, baby.
Nothing. I've been on here for 2 hours and 18 minutes and I'm not bored yet.
I noticed you haven't eaten dinner.
Yeah, because I've been talking.
Hi, everyone. Hello. You can't see me.
No, they can't see you. I had to go with the phone because the mic wasn't working on the computer.
Well, and supposedly your thumbnail is terrible.
Yes.
So
I have to fix it. And the start of the video got a copyright claim, so they shut the stream off.
Are you still streaming though?
Oh, that was 2 hours. That was 2.5 hours ago.
Okay.
The first few minutes it got dumped off because.
What movie idea? I want to know. Hold on.
See, this stream has stopped because we detected copyright audio or video, or because.
Oh.
Um,
Well, how many people are hanging out with you?
Now it's 23. It keeps going up and down. Some
Oh.
people have had to leave because some people were like, I've been here forever. Bye. Um,
Yes, we are technically married. We've been together since
I said,
2001.
yes, I said already. 19 years, 1 month, and 3 days.
Yeah, he's the girl of the relationship, if you can't tell. Do you want me to make you dinner since you're on here?
I'll be off in a moment, but if you want to at least
Yeah.
get the coconut stuff mixed for me.
Monsterverse Son of Godzilla idea.
Yeah, he's been talking about his ideas for a MonsterVerse Son of Godzilla movie. It's been pretty cool. Hi, Kurelika.
It's Kurelika. You can pronounce it any way you want. My name is based off of a combination of Cruella de Vil and Metallica, because when I was 18 years old, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, because Cruella de Vil is my
Here, actually,
favorite...
that's a good idea. You take over the stream for a few minutes.
Okay, because Cruella de Vil is my favorite Disney villain next to Maleficent. Yeah, I guess I'm taking over, so everyone's probably going to end up leaving because it's not Kaiju no Kami anymore. So yes, Kurelika Kane is my name. Do I want to divorce him? Every other day is probably the plan for that. And don't be jealous. I think of my relationship with Kaiju no Kami as a perfect public service announcement of why you should not be married. My favorite Sentai, and also Derpy, yes, her name is perfect for anime. Mrs. Kaiju Kami would be a better name. I'm right there with you. My favorite Sentai is actually Hurricaneger. I like Die Ranger, I like Kaku Ranger, but the silliness of Hurricaneger with the heroes and villains are just way too fun for me. It's hard for me to kind of give up on that series. I know some people really don't like it. I've actually not seen Gal Ranger myself, which is something I really want to change, but it hasn't happened. So my Monsterverse idea would be, oh, that's kind of cool. I wasn't a huge fan of E.T. I barely remember when that movie came out because I was so young. But I love Stand By Me and... Sorry, I'm reading Jared Osborne's idea. Sorry. Stand By Me, Sandlot, I actually saw 2 years ago for the first time. Never saw it before. So I never got any of the jokes, but I am a huge nerd for 80s horror as well as 80s action movies. So, hi, Mr. Allman. That sounds so professional. My favorite Ultraman series? That's a hard one. I would say it would have to be either Orb or Jeed, because I really like those. I'm a huge fan of everything like that. So I love your name, Toys, Cartoons, Anime, Tokusatsu, German. So we are in Denver, Colorado. We've been in Denver probably since 2006. Yeah. But we used to live in New York before then. But yeah, that's pretty late. So David Tennant would be beyond awesome in anything. I still have to watch him in Hamlet, but I've always been a huge fan of everything he's done. As for all the nerdy stuff, Sentai, yes. I am actually 2 years older than Kaiju no Kami, which makes me feel incredibly old sometimes. But I watched the original Power Rangers when it came out. But I kind of lost interest after season 3. But when I started dating Kaiju back in 2001, he was such a huge fan of it. I had no other choice, essentially, but to get involved in it. Funny story, though. I have actually fallen asleep to every single Godzilla movie in existence. He puts on a Godzilla movie. 10 minutes later, I'm asleep. What state do I like better? Sometimes New York. Favorite MCU movie? If I have to go under eye candy, it would be Thor. But if I have to go for actual story, it would be Winter Soldier. Orb is awesome. I love fan fiction, so please send any of your fan fiction stories, even if Kaiju doesn't read them. I am a huge fan of reading anything fan fiction because I love just reading in general. I read things just to have something to read. Sorry, I'm looking here real quick. What's oh no for, Alex? The Kaiju fan, I love that. Oh wow, Poacher's like Rescue Down Under or Cruella de Vil, yes. Did you ever get a Kaiju toy? So when Kaiju buys all of his toys, I tend to actually go ahead and buy myself Lego sets because that's what my way of reciprocating for how much money he spends. If you've seen pictures of our toy room, we have probably about $50,000 worth of toys, so it's kind of a nightmare.
Like tour with the phone.
I actually thought Kaiju Okami just lived in a basement on alone. Yes. He does have that personality of being the type of man who lives on his own. But no, he's had me to mother and tell him what to do for a very long time. Kaiju, actually, when I first started dating him, had hair down to about here, about mid-shoulder. And then before I cut it off for him, it was all the way down to the bottom of his back. We keep on going back and forth on having him grow out his hair, but it's going to take forever. If I had to choose between Florida, Arizona, and California, Kaiju, I keep on looking that way because he's always sleeping over me. I would always choose Arizona first just because it's close to my family. Most of my family lives out there. Then California and then Florida. Any states I don't recommend moving to. One, I don't recommend, even though I love New York, I wouldn't recommend moving there because it's super expensive. If I had a choice, I would say, beautifully enough, Colorado is nice as long as you live in the suburbs. Or another state, just because I'm in human resources outside of all of this. So another state I would probably recommend would be Washington. I haven't done Overwatch myself. I heard it's a great series. And don't apologize for any of your questions or how bad it is. We actually don't have children. Sadly, I'm unable to have children, so I live vicariously through all the toys and all the kids that my friends and family have. I really like your idea, though, Jared. That's pretty awesome. No, if we did have children, our collection would have to really be controlled. That is very true. Oh, you're so sweet. I am much better than him. That's probably because I do public speaking for a living because I have to tell people what to do. But I love Kaiju. He is my perfect little nightmare. I know I mentioned it early, but my favorite Sentai series is Hurricaneger. The next one I would say is probably going to be Abba Ranger. I really like a little of the older ones. Honestly, Gabara, it sounds familiar. But once again, I am actually terrible at Godzilla movies. Another funny story about Godzilla. Huh? Another funny story about Godzilla is the first Godzilla movie I actually saw willingly was the 1998 Godzilla, and I actually thought it was awesome until I actually watched other Godzilla movies that I didn't fall asleep through. I think my favorite Godzilla movies, if I had to choose though, would be the ones with Megaguirus. I actually like the story. And no apologies at all, Common Rider 64. It sucks that I can't have kids because I would have a household full of them if I could because I love children.
What do you mean you're better than me?
Well, somebody said I'm better than you and I'm not supposed to tell you, so because people like me. I only know Gabra from Monster Island. Well, you know all of those.
Gabra's All Monsters Attack. The one with Minya when the kid's dreaming that he's on the island of Minya.
So Ultraman Belial is one of my favorite Ultraman villains. I love the design. I think they didn't do him a full justice, at least from what I've seen in Jeed, but I think that would be awesome for a main villain. And anytime I hear Worlds Collide, I think of Power Man 5000 because they actually have a song called Power Worlds Collide, and I love it. Yes, I do want to divorce Kaiji no Kami occasionally. Actually, every time I say I want to divorce him, he just cheers like Homer Simpson. So it's always a funny running joke with us. Kamen Rider Zero One, I still like it. I understand some people's complaints about the last arc being very slow, and I really can kind of agree with it, even though I enjoyed it. But I'm happy that we're moving on to the next arc. I don't want to give any spoilers. Kira Major, we haven't caught up on that yet. My goal is hopefully this weekend. I keep on once again looking over there because he comes in all randomly. But I do want to catch up on that this weekend, and I'm hoping, even if we can't do it as a group with our friends like we normally do, that we can still do kind of a reaction video for it. Once Upon a Time, I started to watch the first 2 seasons of it, and it just got repetitive after a while. I've been told I need to just continue with it. Did the same thing with Walking Dead. I only got through first 4 seasons, and then I figured I got ADD from it. If you want to watch a really good series, I recommend Haunting of Hill House on Netflix. Such a good mini series, and I supposedly hear they're coming out with a second season. Um, Battle of the Planets. I've seen it once. It's been a long time, so I can't recollect everything from it. I actually need to rewatch Godzilla's Revenge, but the moment I say that, secret, he will make me watch every Godzilla movie in existence. And if you actually really do want to know anything about divorce court, promise, I actually do have a law degree, so I could tell you random things about legal stuff if I wanted to. I love Goosebumps. I actually used to read the books for that and Fear Street. Basically anything by, oh wow, I can't remember the author's name. Goosebumps. Author's name. R.L. Stein. Because I also used to watch Eureka's Castle. Which if you've never got to see that, it was kind of like watching Fraggle Rock, but it was super fun. I've seen Harry and the Hendersons so many times. And do you mean the movie or do you mean the television series? Because that's a very, very different thing. Harry Potter, my favorite book is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which was my least favorite Harry Potter movie at the same time because they really butchered it. I actually have to say, Alex, I'm kind of a broken female because I like more masculine things. You put a rom-com on, like a regular rom-com, not anime rom-com, because I love anime. But if you put on like a regular rom-com, I am so damn bored. And actually, yeah, maybe I will take an attempt and review a Godzilla movie. That would actually be kind of fun because I would probably be snarky during the entire review. Rama One Half and Inuyasha, that would be super awesome. I love both of those series. I'm actually a bigger fan of Inuyasha, but I do like Rama One Half. But crossover, that would be super, super awesome. And I do like your Son of Godzilla movie idea. The thing I'd be very curious to see is how you're going to blend everything together because there's a lot of different ideas there and it'd be interesting to see how it is put together to make it cohesive because the idea is so robust and it's going to be interesting to see what you do to make it cohesive. And that takes time. I am actually a terrible writer. I think that's why I love to read and that's why it takes me forever to write a script and I do podcasts instead because it helps me chat. Subbed or dub anime. In truth, I believe all anime is technically dubbed because of the fact that there is no true track. But I do prefer English just in general because I like to binge it, especially while I'm working. So I actually did that last week with Dr. Stone. I was working remotely, since most people are. I had 24 episodes of Dr. Stone playing in the background, so I was able to still connect with it while doing work. Certain series like Rosario the Vampire, I prefer the sub only because the voice actors in the English version are so damn boring. Um, I have not seen all the episodes of Inuyasha either. I actually still have to watch the last season. I keep on putting it off because I'll get these ADD moments where I'll forget that things exist outside of certain anime I just always gravitate towards. Um, so yeah, no, Jared, that sounds great. I once again, I don't think there's enough love for 80s nostalgia. So having anything that's going to have an 80s nostalgia feel to it is going to be perfect because the last kind of feel I got for that recently would have been Scott Pilgrim. Yes, divorce. Actually, I never knew that for Latin, but that's actually kind of cool.
What?
Oh, divorce comes from the Latin word vortium, which means to separate. So, honey, do you want to get divorced?
Woohoo!
Told you. Um, so if I had to choose between the Hurricanegers and the Go Rigers, once again, the girl in me is going to go through the Go Rigers because they're hot, but I actually do love the Hurricanegers.
Wow, I screwed up my dinner.
Already?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I actually mixed the coconut with the mixture. So it's now shrimp with coconut mix frosting on top.
This is why I don't. Okay, one little secret is he does not cook. The one time I had him, Advent Nebula, and Silverquill alone in the house, they decided they were going to cook spaghetti. Well, apparently they got spaghetti sauce on the ceiling, which is not what it's supposed to be. Once again, that's why I attempt to divorce him occasionally. The only anime I've watched subbed is Full Metal Alchemist, the original. I've seen that subbed and dubbed, and I actually
that's
like.
the only anime you've seen subbed.
That's what he said, Patty.
Oh!
Not me. Leave Patty alone. Don't go after him. Be
Him or
nice.
her?
Well, I'm assuming him, but if I'm wrong with gender, I apologize. Oh, a group of kids. Yeah, that would definitely be Goonies then. Voltron, Megazord, or Transformers. I actually prefer G1 Transformers. If I had to go with any of those, then it would probably be Voltron and then Megazord. Let's see. Akane pretty much owns all of Ranma. Yes, both girl and boy Ranma. I will agree there. Fighting them in the mud. Well, if that was part of the fantasies of mine, sure, but I don't remember an episode where they're fighting in the mud, were they?
For what?
Jeed and Belio?
Yeah.
Oh. Apparently I don't pay attention to shit.
Just because you were on your phone at the time.
Even I can make spaghetti. Yes, most people can really make things. I actually have to supervise most of the stuff before he makes it to make sure he makes it properly.
Hey, it was Evan Nebula that was doing that.
Oh, trust me, between the two of you, it was a nightmare. But then again, Silverquill lives out of Costco, and half my freezer is extra food he buys because apparently he thinks we're feeding about 30 people than just 5. You're a man, see? Okay, he's a man. I like men. That sounds terrible to say. I do, but I don't mean it like that. What is your favorite mecha fight in Sentai? You. I don't remember enough fights. I just watched
this. Favorite mech fight in Sentai.
Go to hell, Kevin. Get off our feed. I do want to get Final Fantasy VII, yes. Just so I can watch Kaiju play it.
It's a 100 gigabyte file install. I don't have any room for us to get it.
God damn you.
Um,
This is why I want to divorce you, because you don't want me to play Persona 5.
Favorite mech fight in Sentai. Probably the fight between Kakure Daishogun, Muteki Shogun, and the Daimyo's big blob creature.
He said words. I kind of for 2 discs for the game. Holy
Yeah,
hell.
one's an install. It's like Red Dead Redemption 2. One's an install disc.
I'm gonna have to delete all the games. I think the comedy actually should be kind of like the comedy in Goonies, or if you go with
I said, like, if you're going to do comedy, kind of like Mel Brooks at times. Where it's like...
Well, if it's kids, that doesn't work because Mel Brooks is more adult humor, and that would be lost on kids. I would say probably like Stand By Me, because that's a good blend of kid comedic humor, as long as you don't have the leeches, and then adult kind of blended together. Let's see. And Kevin, yes, you're still evil. Can't believe it's 2 discs. I like noodle ramen. I haven't had noodle ramen. My favorite Kamen Rider final form is fruit. I say fruit Kamen Rider, but from Gain. I can't remember what the Shogun.
I don't remember.
Mine
is King Form of Blade.
Would you count Kiru as a mech or a kaiju?
Mech.
What do you hate about kaiju? I hate his 0 to 60 rage. Kaiju, I was about to say your real name. It's not like people don't know it, but Kaiju is a contrarian, so he always drives me nuts. But then again, he pays me back for it all the time. What's your least favorite Ultra series, my love?
Ultra 7X.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you bitched about that the entire time. Personally, like, enter underwater Sentai. Actually, that's pretty cool. I do like underwater Sentai mechs, especially if it's done.
That's why I want a Sentai show with submarines.
Because it's kind of cool. Your last comment. I'm sorry. What's your last comment? Oh. Oh, that's cool. So you got Zeton. Zeton, I love saying the name.
Zeton.
King Ghidorah, Gigan, Monster X. Even, isn't Monster X and Gigan, or not Gigan, Ghidorah the same? Or is it technically different?
Well, in Final Wars it was the same. It was Kaiser Ghidorah, but...
Sorry about that, my dear. Gaim Kiwami. Thank you. Minya scares me. Minya seems like they're evil. What's my favorite and least favorite Super Sentai show? My least favorite would probably have to be, just from what I've seen fully, I would probably have to say it's Ryu Soldier, just because I had so much hopes for it. My favorite will still be, actually, along with Hurricane Joe, I would also say it would be, Gokaiger, because I really like because I actually, or Kyorager, because I do love Kyorager, because I actually have so many of the gimmicks. I actually want to do a live stream or a video with all of my random gimmicks.
That one, I hadn't answered yet. My favorites are Die Ranger's my favorite, and my least favorite is either Go-Onger, Q-Ranger, or Ryu Soldier.
I was going to say it's Go-Onger. Do I watch hentai without kaiju? No. Oh, please, yes. I'm the only one. I also am a huge fan of yaoi, so I'm a fujoshi.
But I know about it.
Yeah, it's not like I hide anything from him. My favorite Ranma character is always going to be Akane, just because she is a bad bitch. I know. He hates hentai. I actually did a joke panel about hentai. Favorite Sentai character. My favorite Sentai character. Ooh, Marvelous.
Not Shurikinger?
Oh, God, yeah, sure. Well, okay. Once again, the girl in me, it would be Marvelous. My regular character would be Shurikinger.
Mine is probably Jiraiya from Kaku Ranger.
Minya is Yeah. I don't know if you can make Minya cute.
Keep it a realistic animal.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The worst Kamen Rider
Least favorite Red Ranger.
Least favorite Red Ranger as you poke at the damn screen. I know who yours is, because you hate fucking Daigo. Excuse my language.
Lucky.
Oh, Lucky. Yes, Lucky. I agree. Lucky. I actually have a hard time. I don't know if I can figure out my worst Kamen Rider theme song.
What's your favorite Red Ranger, though? Marvelous?
Oh, my favorite too. Yes, Marvelous would be my favorite Red Ranger.
My favorite Red Ranger would be Matoi from Go-Go 5.
Oh yeah, the big brother.
Yep.
So for Sentai songs, I actually love all of the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai songs that I've heard, so I can't say it. I actually have them all downloaded, so I listen to them while I'm working or exercising as a way to keep me motivated. I actually want to learn how to do all the dances. So do you have a least favorite?
Kamen Rider.
Or
Super
Sentai?
Kamen Rider,
And/or.
as you point at the screen. So
Don't check
someone,
your food.
as someone said earlier, I said I think Ghost is my least favorite because I just don't remember the theme song.
Oh yeah.
Scroll up a bit.
That's what I'm doing right now.
You went too far.
I know.
For Sentai, my least favorite Sentai theme is oh god, a couple seasons ago.
Okay, while you're thinking about that, I just want to do a Bronca 38. I love the idea of having them wear armor. Zeton, if he had like almost like a samurai type armor, that would be so kick-ass in my opinion. Black King and Red King, I think, well, Red King having the gauntlets and flamethrowers, even though I deny flamethrowers.
So favorite and least favorite main Sentai lead villain. My favorite is Jill Fiza from Go-Go 5.
You want to know who my favorite villain is? Well, I don't know if it's a main. I don't know if
my least favorite is the Thing from Rio Soldier.
Well, would Wendaru be considered the main villain?
Yes.
Okay.
She's one of the 7 spears.
Wendaru from Hurricaneer, just because I love how.
Oh wait! No! Jill Fiza's not my favorite. Junior's my favorite. How the hell would I forget Junior?
And then my least favorite would probably be, sadly, the last lady from Rio Soldier right now.
Precious?
Precious, yeah.
Well, apparently Precious is a boy. Per Toei, Precious is a boy.
Okay, he's my least favorite. I wanted to bitch slap him. So my favorite Sentai character, if you had to say guy, yes. I do love him and hate him. He is one of those few characters when I first saw Jetman, I love the story because it was just so deep into your heart. It connected with you. And everything that happens with Guy, I love that character.
Have you ever got? Yes, we've watched. In fact, we watched both It movies back to back this past weekend.
I read It the first time when I was 13 years old, probably too young to read it. I watched the It miniseries before I read the book when I was 10, and that's where I got my unhealthy fear of clowns. But actually, I kind of like the idea of having like that type of monster and something like that, because having a monster like that is perfect.
It just jumped again.
I know.
Okay,
bastard.
right there.
Okay, what was the time where you wanted to divorce the most? You are evil. I would say
when we moved to Colorado together. That first week.
Really? You hated me after that first week?
Okay, maybe not after the first week.
I was gonna say give it a month. No, jokingly, I think the first time we actually yelled at each other to the point of divorce was like 2009, because I threw a book at him and actually hit him with the blunt edge, because I didn't mean to hit him. I was throwing it and he was pissed.
Ah!
Oh, actually.
Yosha Lucky.
I know, I love it. See, I'll have to go with Iron Giant over
E.T.
E.T. because I really hated E.T. Taiga. Did we see Taiga?
No, we haven't watched Taiga yet. Taiga's the latest Ultraman show.
Oh, then we'll have to watch that and let you know. Raita from Jetman, Diamond
from Go-Go 5.
Damon, Shoji. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I have a type.
It's going too
I have a type 2. I actually tend to like a lot of the Green Rangers or the Blues. What is your favorite and least favorite Hurricaneer villain? I would say my favorite is still going to be Wendaru. My least favorite is, oh god.
My favorite is Sundaru. My least favorite is
oh god.
Choosabozo.
Yeah, that's the one. Choosable.
Tuesday?
Yes. Oh, I like that drill gauntlets. I'm like a psycho when it comes to like weaponry. I actually try to max out most of my character's weaponry whenever I'm
Message
playing.
retracted.
I
Does
know that means you don't like
Toei
us. Oh, okay.
does
Oh yes, I love Zeton sounds. I'm a sucker for Zetines.
Zeton
Does
Zeton?
does Toei regret Go-Go 5?
I doubt it.
Why do you ask? What's why?
I don't know.
Do they hate Go-Go 5? Do you hate Go-Go 5 S-Mac? You sound very yummy because or you sound like an old school rapper. I can't tell which by the name. I just love the name S-Mac. Why am I imagining Kanye? I could see Kaiju becoming Pennywise. Or becoming
My name's Bob Gray. Now we're no longer strangers. So you can come with me now.
Actually, I see him being more of the Babadook. Do you ship any characters from My Hero Academia? I have to rewatch My Hero Academia. I am so bad with that right now. All I know is I love Deku and Bakugo, so if I had to go the Fujoshi route, I'd probably go with them. But
Those are the only characters I know. And the guy that Eric likes to cosplay as.
That's All Might.
Yeah, All Might, that guy.
What do you think of the perfect? I don't know.
Oh,
Check your
my
food.
food might be.
Go eat your
frosted shrimp.
John Watts was pretty good. I don't know who would be the perfect director. I'd probably go with somebody who could do like odd films, who's not known for doing like high spectrum films. You want somebody who's going to give it the credit it deserves. Do you like when Power Rangers makes its own exclusive Rangers? I actually think it's nice because it doesn't mean it's copy and pasting the original version. I actually prefer that it does something different. That's why I was actually happy when they made like Schrödinger a regular character and they make the 6 characters a little bit more integrated, because it actually says we're trying to do something different. We're not just going to follow the same flow. Actually, that's why I like Dino Thunder, because it did so many different things with that particular series. Yeah, I heard about a new Ultraman. I don't know much about it. Oh, Ultraman Z. Okay. I'll have to look for that then, because I'm always interested, especially since I'm stuck home now. Um Ultraman Z.
No, that's this summer's Ultraman.
Yes, he just said that. Derpy is smarter than you. Honestly, I end up liking Black Rangers to be. Actually, no, that's fair. Black Rangers are usually underrated depending on how it's done. If were there Commodore X8 McDonald's toys? Because if there were, I need to find those damn things.
What?
Commodore X8 McDonald's toys.
Huh.
If there were in Japan, I need to look that shit up. Because I have a whole bunch of the gimmicks, as you can probably see above us. So I just love having those. I'm looking forward to a new Ultraman series. I haven't watched the more recent one yet, but I love the fact that there's consistent ones because it's so creatively done. And make sure to max up your book so next time it'll do more damage. Yes! See? They're giving me pointers of how to commit domestic violence.
About to have domestic violence right here.
And Jared, I would have never thought you were autistic. I think what you're doing is awesome and creative. So never think of autism as a detriment. Think of it as something that will make you stronger, because you have abilities that no one else has in this world.
How does it feel to be hit by gods, bitch? Boom.
Go away. Best Morphin. Sorry. Best Morphin Bad Half Dice Day. Finding Keeping Loser Week. I know, I apologize.
Beast morphing.
My brain's not working any longer.
Oh, this isn't scrolling.
I know. Well, that's because I have to.
And you need to eat dinner too, so.
I've already eaten.
You did?
Yeah, they bought me dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, because my other employers like me.
What did they have?
Pizza. So I had pizza again.
Not from Domino's?
Oh no, Blackjacks.
Actually, we were talking about pizza earlier on here.
Let's see. Do I like Tokuger? I've actually not seen Tokuger. I want to see Tokuger, but I don't want to see Tokuger.
All right, I'm gonna go eat and then I'll be back.
Okay. Oh. Well, Geki Ranger is not used for a lot of anniversaries either. It's probably because certain ones of the team are, I believe, retired from acting, which is maybe why they're not doing too much anniversary stuff. I do agree it should get an anniversary because, especially the family oriented shows, even like Maji Ranger, I really think they need to have more anniversary styles just to give them more credit. Yeah, I hate seafood, so Kaiju's gonna eat the coconut shrimp. Film score, I think it needs to be really 80s esque, Jared, just because it'll connect with that. And to be honest, I want a red like Ryu from Jetman or Kosuke from Car Ranger. Oh, Car Ranger, I love that. Instead of a red, I agree. Okay, I love Daigo from Kyoranger, but I do agree exactly what you're saying. You want a Red Ranger who's going to be part of the team, not just isolating the rest of the team by being a Mary Sue. How does it sound to have seen? That sounds awesome, Abranca, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But yeah, I love the idea of like walking down a hallway in his alpha kaiju form. Ah, no! I keep on making mistakes. Did you like Heko from Dino Thunder? I actually did. A lawyer throwing a book at makes sense. Yes. His mask. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. SMAC is the first initial and first half of my last name. Blame YouTube for to suppose. Well, being that I work in human resources, I actually have made it a point since I started in this career over 15 years ago to never use my real name online because I've actually had to terminate people's employment for using their real name based on what they say in public. So that's one of the things I'm very secure about it. It's not a bad thing to use your real name, but if you have an abbreviation like that, you're actually protected if any employers ever want to look you up. And no, it's not Ultraman Z. If it was, he'd be more exposed muscle. Do you ship any characters from One Piece? Way too many, Common Rare 64. Way too many. Lord Zed. Lord Zed. I'm kind of hard to say. I've liked Lord Zed because he's an original character, but Lord Zed frustrates me. Egyptian God card. Yeah, that's from the days where Kaiju was all about whatchamacallit, Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's nothing being in human resources, I've worked with so many people of all different learning disabilities, physical disabilities, or anything like that. And I don't believe in the idea of disabilities. So never be afraid of saying you're autistic. I think it's great that you own it and that you're comfortable with it at the same time. And I'm always proud of everyone being who they are. I actually have severe anxiety. So that's why I started to do public speaking, because it got me out of being afraid. I like jokes. What is a camel and his wife's favorite day? Hump day. I love it. Wednesdays. What is a camel and his wife's favorite day? Hump day. That is awesome. I'm going to so share that. No, he doesn't mix syrup with his potato chips, thankfully. We would literally have to get divorced at that point, just. I think his craziest thing that he does is whenever he eats nachos, he'll dip a tortilla or a Dorito in the nacho cheese and leave it there until it becomes like this soggy, coagulated mess, and it tastes disgusting. Speedmore should come back, yes. Blame Blackjack anime. I actually watched the Blackjack anime a long time ago. I really did enjoy it. I have to watch it again. I actually really... there's so many series I need to watch. Another one I need to watch is Tekkaman Blade. Looking at my anime real quick. I also need to rewatch Detective Loki Ragnarok. I actually love that comedy series. I watched the first 6 episodes of Toku. I got to episode 3. If I had a choice, I would so be in an Ultraman show. I would love to be an orb. Let's just put it like that. Kaiju wife's used book. It would be super effective. Sorry, my nose itches. What is your favorite and least favorite Power Rangers villain? If I had to go with favorite, it would have to be old school Rita Repulsa. She just really rang true to me as the most kooky and campiest villain. My least and my favorite and least favorite villain for Power Rangers. And now Kaiju is running, so
I want to answer that one too.
ah, go away. This is my time. Can you grab me some caffeine when you come back too? I love
My
you.
favorite Power Ranger villain?
Yes.
Astronema. My least favorite? Vipra.
Oh yeah, Vipra. Yeah, yeah, yes. Have I ever seen an Ultraman anime Ace Killer? No, I actually don't believe I've seen that. Is that in America, hubby?
What?
Ace Killer?
I haven't seen it either.
No, we'll have to look that up because now I'm super, super curious. Ooh. Yeah, it sounds like a Spielberg movie, like what you're saying right there, Jared. That's awesome. Favorite and least favorite Sentai monster theme? I'll have to leave that to Kaiju because he's better with the music than I am. So I'll let him answer that when he comes back, S-Mac. What do you think of the theory that Lord Zed became the master of the Mystic Force? It spawned from Rita. I never heard that theory. That is an awesome conspiracy theory. I am so down with that, Patty. So down with that. Do you remember when I told you the human villains of my movie? Oh, okay. I actually like that idea. I like that idea, Jared. Definitely go with that. And yeah, Loki Detective Ragnarok, if you never get a chance to watch it, it's like an early 2000s anime. It feels like a 90s anime. It's super, super fun. I would love to see an Ultraman adaptation. I know there's other countries that have done it. And yeah, Viper's actor, no. Favorite mixtures of food. I would say anything I could put sour cream on is awesome to me. So Ace Killer was from the final 2 episodes of the Ultraman anime. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up now. Actually, I'm gonna steal Kaiju's pen and piece of paper. I need to actually look this up. Because I need to find new animes. Aw, you're so sweet. I love you, Derpy. I think you're my favorite person. Well, all of you are my favorites because you want to talk to me, but your favorite. See, I know way too many puns, but most of mine are not safe for public viewing. I would love to have hyenas for pets just because they would drive everyone nuts. Actually, I think also because Harley Quinn in the original anime for Batman, or anime, cartoon for Batman, the animated series, she had 2 hyenas for pets, Pain and Panic. I think that were their names, or that's the names I gave them, but I love them. I would like to see a theme that actually went on for Sentai Power Rangers, the underwater submarine theme that Kaiju was talking about, as well as I would like to see one that was actually went in more of a historical route, rather than just being like ancient worlds that had dinosaurs, actually going on more of a Renaissance thing. I think that would be so cool, at least for me. I've not seen Pokemon, but Digimon I can certainly get behind. And what link did you post? I'll have to find the link then. Or maybe I'll have you email it to me, SMAC, just because I can't find it. I would say Yu-Gi-Oh! All day. Original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, I absolutely loved. Battles to the Ark is one of my favorites. Okay, I'm gonna look up all of these. I've heard of Ultra Victory, maybe Mebius, and Ace. I just have to look at those. Oh, My favorite pun. I would actually say everything that happened in a bar scene for Car Ranger is my favorite. Um, I haven't seen Lightspeed Rescue, so I didn't know there was an underwater base. That's awesome, Patty. See, I'm learning so much from all of you. I don't know if this should be me hosting or should you just be telling me all this stuff. Gundam all the way, toys, cartoons, anime, tokusatsu. I love it. But yes, Gundam all the way, and then probably I would have to go with Macross if I went with those. That is evil, dude. 300 people? That's like on levels of a horror anime. I would do the 7 deadly sins for 7 of the hyenas, Jared, and then I would do like something cheesy, not cheesy. I would do the 7 deadly sins and then I would do like hope for the name of the 8th hyena. Yes, South Africa does, but I think that's because more people know about it than in other countries. It's actually a very well hidden secret. I actually was raised in a very tragic domestic violence situation, so I don't appreciate it by any means. I actually abhorred violence if it's not in video games or pop culture. Favorite Image Comics characters? Oh my god, somebody actually knows Image Comics. I love you, Kamen Rider 64. I would say actually Striker from Strike Force. And then oh, that's a good idea. Base them off the reindeers. Never be afraid to hear yourself speak. All you got to do is try one time, S-Mac, and then you're good to go. Everyone's going to be afraid at the first time. You're going to have haters, you're going to have assholes, what have you. Just be comfortable in yourself, and if nothing else, record yourself, play it back, or share it with somebody who can give you really open and honest feedback. More than welcome to always send it to Kaiji Okami, and either of us would listen to it as well. So Pokemon, I'm gonna say Pokemon Truth Salad. It's probably not what it is, but I'm gonna go with that. Hurricane Anime, I would so get that. Yes, Kaiju would be copyrighted in 5 minutes. That's always a bane of our existence. I think I remember them. Ooh, Christian Bale. I'm down with that. And Valky is basically going to be Darth Maul. Really, Patty? That's awesome. You know more fun facts than I do. Yeah, I don't get any copyrights because I know my shit. No, I actually try to help him with all the copyrights at the same time so we can limit it as much as possible. But we want to give you as much content as we can, so sometimes you kind of have to go with the copyright. Juts, you are evil. I've actually done a little bit of voice acting on the side myself as Mac, and it's horribly hard. It's not something that's easy to do. Every time I see Maddie, I think of Captain Planet, and that's probably not who you're referencing. Oh, Pokemon Trainer! Okay, wow, I'm in human resources. I should have recognized some abbreviation to that. No, I like that. Trainer works perfectly. 2 golden swords. Wow. You were still evil. Okay, so I was right. See, I know some random pop culture. Captain Planet. God, I actually like Mati. Actually, I always called him Mai Tai because I was a drinker at that point. So I was like, ooh, I'll have a Mai Tai in honor of him. So that's not a bad voice by any means. Honestly, it really isn't. I would say, oh God, not photorealistic. I would just say if you're going to do something like that, do it somewhat animated. Never do photorealistic. That Lion King remake, in my opinion, was terrible. Yes, Kaiju is crying alone in his shrimp. But that's the risk he has to take by letting me have all the reins. The moment he walks away, I always have fun. Drives him nuts. Well, you go to sleep then, Patty. It was nice chatting with you. Yes, you are a man. My favorite Studio Ghibli film. I actually have to agree. Mine is also Spirited Away. I remember when I first saw it, I cried for like forever, and then that and Howl's Moving Castle I watched way too many times. I would say CGI, but not photorealistic. I don't think you can control real hyenas very well. I like how you make us sound like an insane asylum. Next Kami is going to get admitted to the ward. We've watched all of Ultraman Orb as far as I'm aware. I don't think we've watched all of Ultraman Orb, right, my love?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we've watched all of Ultraman Orb. Magata no Orochi? You never talked about that. I could be butchering Japanese. And it's hard with the Lion King remake. I didn't like it. I know a ton of people who did, and that's never a bad thing. Everyone likes their own things. Fist of the North Star. When people blow up from a touch. I would say striped. Hyena should always be striped because that's more evil. But Magata no Orochi. Yes, I give you permission to admit him back into the asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't own the channel anymore. Oh, actually, just so you know, I actually truthfully own the Kaiju Kami channel.
Kami?
Kami, yeah, Kami.
Kaiju no Kami?
Yep, isn't that like from Street Fighter Kami?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Right video game. I actually prefer Tekken if I had to choose. But yeah, you're asking us all the questions. Yeah. So
wow, the viewership dropped to 18 because of you.
Oh, go to hell. Kaiju no Sammy. All right, question for all of you who are still hanging out with me. What's your favorite Sentai? And you say spotted, or not spotted, striped. You agree with me, right? You agree with everything I say?
Spotted.
Oh, go to hell.
Well, 4 spotted, 4 striped, and 1 brown.
Oh, you're so sweet. I like you, Danger Zone. You're making me feel young. Sentai or hentai? Let's go with Sentai just because we don't know the age range of everyone here. Deca Ranger, that's a good one. Abba Ranger. Mega Ranger. Ooh, Mega Ranger. I love Mega Ranger. And that's Pokemon Trainer Salad. I thought it was something different. I called him Truth Salad. Because I'm a terrible person.
Oh, I was thinking of Pokemon Triads. I think I said Triad earlier.
I'm scared to stream this is going to get copyrighted because he... Yeah, Kaiju always gets copyrighted when I'm here.
Still don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's because you own yourself. Beast Morphers. Okay, I am done with that. Zoo Ranger. I missed another comment. What the hell?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Do you remember Magata no Orochi? He was the overpowered guy that literally ate Ultraman beams.
From
Orb.
The end of Orb, right?
Yes, the end of Orb. Because he didn't hear you talk about it. I think he probably didn't talk about it because he didn't want to give away spoilers. Just for anybody who did read it. Or watch it, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I avoid certain monsters just because of spoilers.
I personally like the noodle monster from Jetman. What? Don't do that. Leave Trainer alone.
It's okay.
Oh, S-Mac, you are way too close to Kaiju no Kami in all of your choices.
Ranger, Die Ranger, Go-Go 5. I could go for that. What would it be like to have hyenas for pets like Harley Quinn and that bad guy from Jumanji 3?
Please show Kaiju a kappa. You're a kappa. You're a kappa.
Oh, because of my Ultra 7 review. Or not because of also with Death Kappa.
I know. You should actually. Have you ever? You've not done any of the Oh God, turtle,
Turtle, Gamera?
Gamera movies.
I've reviewed them all.
You have?
Yeah.
I guess I don't actually watch your reviews. Um,
You did watch them when I showed them to you. When we quality checked them.
bring real. Oh! Kaiju no Kami. You're a communist now. I love it.
Green.
Did you just call me the old lady from Patch Adams? Oh no. Okay, I see the colon now. I was gonna say, what the hell? Because Robin Williams, one, I love him, but.
Hyenas. Oh yeah, I was trying to read that up there, and then it got distracting. And
Yeah, I want to have pet hyenas. I think pet hyenas would be.
don't
awesome.
have enough for the food budget.
You're an asshole. Derpy, you are such a troll. I love it. Yeah. How do you feel knowing that I actually don't sit there and watch your channel unless you force me to? But then again, I'm bad with Silver Quill as well. I know everything he reviews, but I don't watch it.
That's okay. He's not watching this for you, to hear you say that.
Oh, blow me. I don't know if I'll stand up for the national anthem right now, just because that means I'd have to get up and you'd have to see my big ass. I've not seen the Big Hero 6 series. I've seen the movie. I didn't know there was a animated series. Did you?
Yeah.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Because it's like Disney something or other that we don't have.
Wow, that's very helpful.
I have no interest in it, so I never even thought about it.
I would have genetically engineered monsters. I don't know how I feel. You're right and you're wrong. No, you're fine.
For which one?
S-Mac. He said sorry. Never apologize. I'm an asshole, so you never apologize. What's your favorite Sentai opening and ending theme?
Mine?
Yes, you.
Die Ranger for opening.
Why am I not surprised?
It's Die Ranger. Die Ranger's like God.
Okay,
Ending-
Derpy, you're still my favorite person.
Ending theme, though?
No, people had to go to bed because it's late.
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the world.
Well, yeah. California's like the only place less than us. But anyway, I've been on now for 3 hours and 16 minutes. This is a long time.
And thank you. I think all you are cool as well.
I'm surprised that this isn't at like 0 by now.
Okay. Of your movies, I've seen all of those movies. The only one I don't like is Hook.
I've seen Stand By Me.
I love the Mighty Duck movies.
I've
oh my
seen
god.
Stand By Me. I've seen Monster Squad. I've seen Hook. I've seen Sandlot forever. And I've seen the first 2 Mighty Ducks and Jumanji.
Artosca? Where is that? And I've been to Jersey. It's been a very, very long time. Oh, you can get bored. I don't blame you. Have a good night. Bye, Mr. Trainer. Kaiju game. Ooh, the one that we played, the board game.
King of Monsters?
King of Monsters. That's my favorite. Yes, broadcast television is 50-50 live and dead. I think it's actually going to probably get a resurgence since everybody's home now. But most broadcast television is dying.
What do they mean by broadcast?
What we watch on TV with the superhero shows and all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's because I'm like right in the end of the lights here.
Go into light, honey. Just go into light.
Chicken,
This is more fun, I have to say, than playing Animal Crossing. So thank you, because that's all I was going to do tonight.
True.
Well, he was talking about something else. Which early Sentai yet you haven't reviewed yet would you like to see the Pumamon theme? That's all you.
I've reviewed everything but Turbo Ranger, so
Then Turbo Ranger. Yeah, he is dead inside.
I am not.
Oh no, please don't apologize. Have a good night. Toys, that's pretty damn late, and I appreciate you staying, but get some sleep.
Yeah, see ya.
We'll be doing this again at some point because people are enjoying it, so I definitely want to give everyone a chance. And I think you need to have it super emotional, honestly. And I don't mean that as a joke. I just love emotional in that. Yeah, it's about 9:30 where we live. And I gotta work at like 6:30, so at some point we'll be cutting this up too.
Well, yeah, because I gotta go. I thought people would be bored after the first hour, actually.
So I actually have to watch Beast Morpher because I don't remember as much anymore.
Well, we only watched the first 2 episodes of Beast Morphers.
So I will do Discord because I have just learned how to use it. Because the only time I've used it, I am actually usually doing this hentai ones or the yaoi. I mean, yeah, all DirecTV cable and satellite are still strong. It's slowly starting to go away because you get the longer series that are coming up, and you'll actually see it because we're actually going to be coming to the end of the seasons, and we'll have the new sweeps for the new seasons coming in August, September area. Movie that made me cry the most, Up. First 5 minutes. That's the easiest answer because it really does. And then The Blind Side. I actually am not a big sports movie fan, but that was just such a great movie. What actors do you want to see in a future MonsterVerse movie? Chris Hemsworth. There we go. No. Actually, I would love to see Quentin Tarantino do a crazy ass character in a MonsterVerse movie, Japanese or American. And yes, you can torment kaiju as much as you want. I'm more than open to it. Yeah, that's because we have not left because people still want to hang out with me. We'll probably be cutting it loose a little bit.
Necron was here at the beginning.
Well, I like Necron because that sounds like super satanic. I don't know about Foot Monster unless we go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, he does have a crazy hairdo. Trust me. We fight about it every day. I hate cutting his hair too. So blame me for all of that. I need to know this Ace Killer.
He's a villain in Ultraman Ace. I haven't seen Ace
no
yet. So.
Shit. Bronco has already told me that.
I haven't seen Ace yet, so I don't know much about him.
He's been more helpful than you. And no, he really doesn't mix syrup with potato chips, thankfully.
Ew.
And no, he does not snore at night. I actually do. But what he does is he will literally fall asleep on top of me at times. He'll roll over and then lay on top of me where I think I'm gonna start being strangled. My favorite animal, for regular pet type animals, it's either a cat or a snake.
White tiger.
Did you ever see him in the anime? No, I don't think you've seen the anime with Ace Killer, have you?
No. I haven't seen the Ultra... Oh, wait. Are you talking about the new anime from Netflix?
So we live in an apartment house. It's kind of an apartment building, but it has a lot less apartments. Kaiju is probably about 180 pounds. The internet is literally everyone's source now. I don't think that will ever go away, even though there are certain times which I wish I can run away. He's actually, even though he's about 180 pounds, he's like 6 feet tall, so it spreads out.
880 pounds?
I said 180.
It sounded like you said 880. I'm like, what?
Can you get me some water?
Well, I couldn't find any pop for you because there's nothing in the fridge.
That's because it's all in the cupboard. I don't use cold.
Ew. But no, you can go if you want water.
Just go get me some. I'm comfortable here. I've stood up for 4 fucking hours. I would say 2014 for Godzilla.
So you just want water?
Yes, my love. Actually, chocolate milk would be awesome.
Not in here. Not when you can spill it.
I could spill water, too.
But water is easy to clean up. Chocolate milk, not so much. You can wait till we're done to have chocolate milk.
How do I don't very often. Slavery! I'm sorry.
Which MonsterVerse is your favorite? My favorite was 2014.
So, first on the slavery, he's actually technically my slave because I pay him. That sounds very Very bad. But I call him my love because I usually end up calling everyone else my dear. And so since I have a differentiation for him, I just call him my love. Now you're gonna make me think of that song S Mac. Oh God, the 80s.
Oh, I just used it in my Dynaman review
What
today.
is love, baby? Oh God, I'm not singing.
Yeah, I just used that.
My favorite American. Actually, RPM, if I remember correctly, we did watch some.
No, we haven't watched RPM
I
yet.
thought we watched some of
No,
it.
we need to watch it. That's
Oh.
one of the things we're going to be watching this summer after Sailor Moon Supers.
Will Sasso as your husband. Well, I technically have a harem of men, so I think I'm fine. He's my only husband. Silver Quill is my jokingly second husband. And then I have 3 other guys who hang out with me all the time. So it's kind of funny. He's affectionate towards me, but Silver Quill is the most affectionate. So everybody actually thought for years that me and Silver Quill, if you know who Silver Quill is from the Brony community, everybody thought we were married for years. Yeah.
I love the delay between that one and that one.
Well, so yes, 13th Amendment. He does work without pay because well, actually no, you get paid because you get food and you have a roof over your head. You love me. So tell her about the Songs of War reaction?
It's for something he's going to send me later.
Oh, okay. I want to see this.
For some fan medieval thingamajig.
Oh God, Susan Boyle. She's special. No, she's really special because I love her music. But don't ever apologize for anything. You never have to apologize for anything. Well, he's my favorite. I don't know why he's asking for help. Don't be sad. Be here. Actually, I do like that nobody has disliked this. That makes me
As far as we know.
There's a 0.
That might not be fully updated.
Well, I'm going to take it.
Alright, but I think we probably should.
Yeah, we're going to go, but since this was so popular, I think you really do need to do this more often, as you can clearly have demonstrated. Everyone should say insulting stuff about Kaiju. I do it all the time. My favorite comment for him is whenever he asks me for something, I always tell him, yes, your hind ass. And whenever I talk about people at work, I was like, yeah, I have a 6'1" child. So people actually thought I really had a 6'1" child. Oh, yes, I have to mention this. This was the perfect comment. As I shake everything. Derpy actually said he was surprised that you were married. He thought you lived in the basement with your parents. I loved it. It was the best comment ever. I love you, Derpy. I love you all, but Derpy, that was awesome. That was like super, super awesome because I'm like, oh my God, Marcus does have the mentality of being somebody who lives in his mother's basement.
Chrysalid is literally in his mother's basement.
Well, yes, that's very true.
We're
gonna do this again just so I can hear all of your lovely insulting comments about Kaiju. That's awesome. See, now you've made my day, so when I have to get up in like 6 hours, I'm gonna be thinking about the fact that you all said that. No, this was great. I'm looking forward to trying to do this again. I would love to do like a group riff on series. It's actually something I've always talked about wanting to do for a long time. Only because I can't keep silent when watching anything. Oh my God, a live stream where we roast you. Silver Quill, I need to tell him. Silver Quill would so be down for that too. Oh my Lord, and he would have fantastic puns.
Yeah, he punished us all.
Oh my God. Why do I keep on missing your comments? And every time I see your name, Abranca, I always think of Abracadabra. Can you tell Kaiju about the Knuckle and Valkyrie? Oh yeah. He wants to put a monster Knuckle and Valkyrie in one of his fanfics. I think that would be awesome. But you remember those monsters more than I do.
Yeah, Neko was just in...
Damn you! See, what you need to do, Branca, is every time you post something, just say, like, Corelica, W2F, look at my comments and I'll search for you. Actually, he doesn't have any rhythm, so he's not really doing an Elvis impersonation. You have
Talk about it much.
that had nothing to do with Elvis.
I'm just imitating Jean Reno from the Godzilla '98 movie.
That's even worse because that did not sound French. Yeah. Oh, it's going to grill you.
All right. With that said, we need to go.
I love it.
So until next time, bye.
Yes, we are starting to get sick of it, but we will be back
At some point.
Maybe we'll be back this weekend. Actually, that sounds like a good idea because we're home all the time. Bye, everyone. We'll make sure to answer your questions. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment or send them to us, and we'll answer them next time we're back on as well. Bye.
How do I stop this? Are you sure you want to stop?